Yes, 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 yes. Grand risings, grand risings, grand risings, family, grand risings. Hope you're well, hope you're well, hope you're well. Yeah, this is definitely just a quick one still, man. This is definitely just a quick one. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel a bit frustrated this morning, to be honest. I don't know. So I don't know. We talk to the screen and see if that helps any, man. See if that happens. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Obviously, this is myself, 90 for 99, and today is the 5th day of the 10th month, 2023. We're at the hour of 9:22. And yeah, man, like we always say over here, let's give thanks and praises. You understand? To the Most High, because no one knows the minute, the second, or the hour. Yeah, so we can't take this thing called life for granted. And that's why we must ever give thanks and praises. Yeah, so you done know my thing already. Big up yourself, Rambo. I'll see you there, so big man. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. So yeah, I'm not even gonna do not to say all the long thing this morning, but to be fair, I just want to kind of get to it because I ain't really come here to stay long. But I don't know, family man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So first of all, you know, let's R.I.P. You understand what I'm saying? True to another young one. Fuck's sake, man. Yeah, rest in peace to you in Cold Harbor Lane still. I think his name is now out there. Bombard. Sorry, family. Hold on. Yeah, I'm saying his name is out there. His street name is Smalls. He has got a government name, but I won't even bother with that. So obviously, first and foremost, rest in peace to the young man they call Smalls. Lost his life in Brixton, Cold Harbor Lane. Yep, knife crime. Yeah, full stop. Yeah, another one. If don't know if it makes any difference, but apparently he was affiliated to a another gang, and you know how that bit goes. Yeah, you'll be there today. So you know what, Rambo, jump on. I don't know if you're because this is really, really what I've really come to kind of ask or talk about, or whatever. Because as you can see in my title, in it, yeah, are the man then really ready to have the serious conversations regarding their youngers? You see what I'm saying to you? Now, the reason why, and I'll be real, yeah, Feminist 999, yeah, I am laying this shit firmly at the mandem. I'm so sorry, man. And why am I doing that? Because we're constantly told that women can't raise boys and this and that and the whole tower, which is fine, no problem. Women can't raise boys. Cool. That means it's man for his boy, Pitney. All right, then, cool. Yeah? So, then the argument then becomes, well, why are some, not all, because we know some are, but then why are some men not raising their boy children? Yeah? But before I go any further, yeah, hit the link if you can, remember. Let me know what I go on today still. You get me? But let me just play this still, family, because I swear to God, man. So and the thing is, yeah, like I'm saying, these things are daily, innit? It's just that because of the situation with the young lady and the boy and how sort of salacious it was, it hit the news or whatever. But we know that unfortunately these sorts of bullshits are going on a daily in different areas around the country. Yeah. And it's not just black crime or black and black knife crime, right? There's other sorts of crimes amongst other communities, but do you know what I mean? It's not as well, one, I'm sure, let's be honest, it's not in as much numbers as ours. I could definitely say that, However, it does go on, but it's just not reported upon like that, in it, because that's not really part of the sort of agenda, as it were. Yeah, but I'm not even going to try to go into that kind of vibration regarding the situation still, because at the end of the day, as much as and it is factual, as much as there are other things against us, other mechanisms against us, You see what I'm saying to you? Which is true. And to be honest, as far as I'm concerned, that will always be the case. You get me? It's just an occupational hazard of being who and what we are. You see what I'm saying to you? So there'll always be that fight from those various external entities, as it were. However, yeah, and I'm saying to you, what we can deal with is the internal fuck shit. You see what I'm saying to you? Yeah, that's one thing that we can try to deal with. Yeah. And that's what I said, and that's what I'm saying. Are we really, really, really ready to have the conversations? You see what I'm saying to you? Because, for example, like there's, and this is something else I wanted to. It's a different show still, but I think it all I think it all interrelates. Yeah, whereby they say there's a thing where they say, well, daughters are raised to be wives, but our boys being raised to be husbands. You get me? And that's why I kept asking some of the mandem that come on. I'm like, well, what makes you a man? What, when you look in the mirror, what gives you your worth? What gives you your worthiness to call yourself a man? Yeah. But again, that's something different again. But let me play this still. Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Because I'll be honest, I don't think we're ready to have the conversations. I don't think so. I really, really don't. Or the ones that are, it's going to be the same people having conversations, but the ones that need to be having the conversations, they're not having yeah, it's just fucking brother. Yes, Rambo.
Yo, Uprising, how are you, man?
I'm
How
a
are you,
bit
sis?
pissed off, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a bit pissed off. No, I'm a lot pissed off, to be honest, for
Yeah.
varying reasons. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Obviously, because of what we're speaking about now in terms of the young man and the young girl and all that of it, but it's also the dumb shit that I'm hearing around it. Do you know what I mean? And the sort of protestations and this and that I'm hearing, and yeah, Virgin, I'm just getting, yeah, I'll be real, I'm getting pissed off, Rambo. I'm getting pissed off, bro. And I'm getting, but I know who I'm getting pissed off with. You get me? And that's why I'm saying I'm here. I want to man them to start coming and having some conversations for real, for real, for real. Because if I'm manning to say your bit and all the rest of it, yeah, you want the woman them to be submissive and all this other fuck shit, cool. You get me? But then when we want to see the lead, you get me, the leadership, this, that, and the other, it's fucking silence and content.
Yeah, I hear you.
Brother. And this is what I keep saying. Do the man then think that they're respected outside? And no one don't want to answer because they know the fucking answer.
Well, but no need for that. I don't think black men has been respected for a long time, have they? Yeah, they haven't been respected.
Well,
Yeah.
my dad was respected, brother. I mean, I tell you
No,
that.
no, no. When I say
Yeah.
that, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
explaining in it. Like the way
No,
how
we want to see
I've
where the fuck it went wrong. So I agree. I'm listening still. Sorry.
no, I'm saying like this, in it. Yeah. Uh when we say like I could let me talk for myself, in it. Like the way how women ain't soft. It's just the way how the media and the propaganda is been attacking us men because they attack us. They have you women. They have the women. The continuous attacks on us men. Yeah, we do feed it onto our women, and I do get what you're saying, Nayanifa. And as I say right about now, we all in this battle stage because it's like we getting a lot of influence from outside of our cultures. If you want to sit down and listen to some inspirational shit, that's outside of your bounds of your culture. Is back into this. Uh, is gets back to the standards of how the world views us and not how we view ourselves. Because men from my culture, we don't men from my culture, we won't look at ourselves as some deprived, weak species. Do you understand? But I see that the media and the propaganda controls the minds of the people. I could talk to you blue in the face and say I support my black women. I love my black women, but that's not how the media portrays it. Only I could tell you or portray myself the way I can. But the media, it's like this. If the media puts up that black people cause gang violence and it's an attack on us. We don't
Right.
have any
So,
good. Sorry,
okay, but
sister.
listen. So, like I've said, yeah, because I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm not
Yeah,
disputing
cool.
what you're saying, right? However, like I said, yeah, there's always going to be external entities that are going to do this. Yeah, that is an occupational hazard of who and what we are. You see what I'm saying to you? So I'm saying, in a way, you can't even stop that. Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Yeah, and in a way, we can't control that. Okay. However, yeah, it could be argued as more people or more of us get into media, it could be argued that it might die down, depending upon the strength of the persons that are going into media. Yeah. So even let's take that right, because I've got a massive problem with grime and all that shit. Yeah? So we can't at this point blame the outside people for our people them talking that kind of reckless shit. You hear me?
Yeah.
Right? Now, when I bun it out, the kind of thing that I'm hearing from mandem is, oh no, you gotta let them express themselves and this and that, and if they can make a money and all this other type of bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? Which I just think is bullshit because and this is what I'm trying to say, innit? If the elders allow that type of shit, then why are the young ones gonna change?
No, that's it. The young, like, that's it. Like, we, no matter what, we have to set examples. And then again, Nanifa is the youngest under us who's the elders for these young kids. Remember, most of us as parents can stop our youths singing their shit because you hear it. You tell your youth will start rapping in his room or DJing, and when you hear the content of the lyrics, you say I don't support it. But most parents do. Most parents like them gunman tunes, and that's what the youth them
all right
choose.
then. So let's start this one.
So no. But so what I'm explaining to you, see, when it comes to hip hop, to our music, when it comes to our music, we get fucked. There's bare conscious rappers, bare conscious drillers, but yet they don't get a scene. It's always the negative side. It's just like when Wu-Tang, just like when NWA was doing their shit, we had fucking Big Daddy Kane and Ray, who never swore. KRS-One never swore, never said certain stuff. But then that gets overshone by fucking NWA and the rest of them.
Agree. I do agree with that. Yeah.
Just like just like today, sister. We've got like Riding King, we've got bare look at young artists that come through in the dance hall, but it always gets over fucking shadowed by the slackness of dancehall. When you look at you, them a DJ I talk about, it's better ways of surviving in the garrison and them thing. We won't hear that. Only few sound man them, a few radio disc jockeys play them tunes. Just like Luton Fire, Kia Button. There's only few media's radio or presenters push those music. It's in the dance. You could go to a dance, it's depending on that selector. If that selector is a conscious selector, you might hear pure conscious tune for that 2 hour or for that session.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Now this is where sort of this is where like energy and badmanism and all them type of things.
It comes with the egotistical in that. Yeah.
Because if mandem, cause remember you're the soldiers. Remember we there, that have picnic and I cook food, all them sitting there, so we can't do shit. Yeah. It's 30 big bollocks mandem that's got to be doing this. So all right then, cool. So if you know, right, that a set of if you know that this is what I'm trying to say, yeah. This is what I'm trying to say, that there's only competition for bullshit, yeah. Because when the real thing's supposed to be going on, nothing not going on. Because what I'm saying is this: it's a simple thing to anyone that's coming off code, as it were. You get me? Playing this and that, you shut them down.
Facts.
You shut them down.
I do agree. Because we
play that, we're selling. You're getting shut down. To me, it's simple, if we really want to do it, Otherwise,
no facts. It starts off like in the house. As your youth starts rapping his fucking fantasy, and your youth ain't no bad man. Yeah, you should stop that then, because I know a lot of parents encourage their youths them to do their music and listen to their bullshit.
Right.
You
So
know?
now I'm saying, so now at that point now, you were supposed to be bunning out the parents. Yeah. Going back to
But that's it.
all else policies is needed. Yeah, because right now there's too much acceptance and accommodating and turning a blind eye and all this different type of shit. Yeah.
No. See like that now. No.
after,
I just want to put something to the table. Yeah. We adults play the music. The youths them listen and dance. We egg them on. We could have a local session going on now, and we will be telling our kids to do this various different dances, especially the local picnic them, yeah, the girl picnic them. They're doing certain dances. Where they're learning that dance from? And when you look, their mum's doing it. Their aunties is doing that dance.
Right, cool. So now I'm saying things like that. The village, quote unquote, is supposed to bun it out. Not
exactly, but the village don't do that, no. The village chooses. Hold on, sister. Yeah. We not stupid, right? We know our village, yeah, works off of hypocrite and bumbleclot double standard, yeah. We will say it takes a village to raise a youth. Okay, cool. How come we've got so much bumbleclot gangsters in the last 5 years? When all of us will say we gang, we this, we that, we Nation of Islam, we this. Why do we have so much problem today, sister? Because the mandem is on the fence. The mandem don't want to talk to the bad boys them. The mandem are shit scared to tell any you stop fuck around outside my house where they're playing their big fucking big speakers playing jewel and shit outside their doorstep. Big men don't tell no youth them nothing. I've seen it. Right. I always see it.
Are the mandem scared of the youths then?
Yes, we are. Okay, most people, listen, sister. Sister, facts. Most of us who's in our 40s, 50s have 20 youths in their 20s. And guess what? When the youth is stepping up to the dad and mum, some of the men are backing down. I'm hearing the most chat. I've seen it. I go to my brother in them house and see their youth walk out and don't even give the man no respect. I see it. And it ain't just mums who get sick. It's dads as well. The moment that you stays with the dad for the week, it's like the dad can't chat to him.
Right. So let's stop there. All right, cool. So let's stop there. Right? Let's stop there. Because that's a very important thing. Because like I said in it, we always get told that women can't raise boys and all this other shit, right? Cool. Okay. So now you tell me how, in that situational scenario that you just described, why does that boy have no respect for his father?
Because he's idolizing people out on road. This is the trouble, no? If your son don't idolize you, or idolize your son, you've got to idolize some bad boy out on road.
Okay, stop. Okay,
no, stop. It's a fact. Listen,
no, I'm
sister,
not disputing what you're saying.
Sister, no disrespect.
We're reasoning, Rambo. Listen, our reason.
Sister, the worst problem we have, the worst problem we are facing as parents or guardians is when your child doesn't idolize you or see you as a superhero. He might see his brethren's dad as a superhero or more of a man than his own dad.
I understand. Yeah. So now let's dig a bit further, right? So now, why does he not see you as a superhero?
Do you know what? That's one of the important factors. That's something between the you and the father and the son. I used to idolize my dad. I never named my name Rambo because of what I watched on fucking on TV. That was my dad's name. I idolized my father. I never idolized no man on road, really. It looked good as inspiration.
Okay, but why do you think, that the boy in this instance, and maybe we can use it in others, is more to idolize someone outside than his own father, who he knows, lives with, hopefully provides for him, this, that, and the other. Yeah. So what weakness or whatever, or what strength out, you get me? Where, because that's a very serious problem, because you're saying, so now we're not even talking about, this is actually a young man that's got his father about, but still the pull of the external force, or that the role and whatever is stronger. So now we have to ask why, why?
Maybe because, remember this, like I always say, somebody said this the other day about British, no like programs like Real McCoy and stuff like that. They shape the images of our youths, like watching Desmond's, watching Cosby. Back in the days, watching Cosby, fucking Bill Cosby was the baddest black father you could ever imagine you want. And during them time there, they've been this is all designed, because the worst thing, once a child you start idolizing a superhero or a villain or some form of imagination he's got what's outside his house, that's when it becomes dangerous. That's where the child don't listen to his fucking dad. His dad, remember, most kids see men out on road, maybe better than their own dads and shit. It's something what starts when you in your development of growing up. It's not something what you can just do when you're 13, when you're 16, you start idolizing. It starts from a young age. You see the patterns. From you have a daughter, she starts wearing your shoes, she starts to idolize you. She will go and put on your hat, she must probably try to put on your lipstick. Then on the boy's side, if the dad or the stepfather or a father figure in the house who's been there, where the youth looks up to, he will wear his shoes, he will try to put on his jacket, he will try to put on his ring, he will take pictures of himself, with his dad's ring, because he's idolizing his dad. Now, when we got youths in their rooms, rapping, DJing, and chatting pure guts this shit, some youths want to be Vice Cartel. It's an actual fact. So what they will do, they will go down Peckham or anywhere, or Brixton or somewhere, and pick up a Naniola and start bleaching himself, because that's their idol. And it happens. Once you start, and it happens very subtly, you will see your youth grow and continuously, that you see the children go in stages. It's for us to really nip it in the bud from a young age. Because
excellent. Okay then. So, because I don't disagree with what you're saying. So then the question then becomes, why are we not? Or why are some of us not? Because like I'm saying, innit? It's one thing having arguments and debates and this and that and passion and whatever for the external factors, is it? Yeah. But if we're not now going to be dealing with the internal ones, all the rest is bullshit. Because to be honest, right, at this point in time, truth and rights and everything else, we don't need the outside enemy is not needed.
No,
right now, we don't even need to talk about that. I'll be real. This is where we're getting now, whereby talking about the external shit, it's long. Because as long as we do that, then that means that we're not concentrating on the internal shit, which really and truly in 2023 is probably having a worse effect in our real life.
You
see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So going back to the situation with because I want to know what it is. I mean, I think you're sort of explaining to me, but then you know what I mean in terms of the.
Yeah, I'm trying. But where is man? Yeah.
That's very problematic in itself, man. You know what I'm saying to you. I do understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong, but it's about what the fuck can we do to change it. You know what I mean? Especially with the new ones coming up, because this cycle cannot continue.
No, it can't. And tell you the truth, is as people like to say, is a village, but the people will bystand. People will allow your youth to get bullied and trouble up, and they could be your fucking neighbours. They couldn't even know you. They couldn't even know what situation your youth's in. It's like, what I don't like doing is blowing my trumpet now, because I was meant to go to Brixton like 2 days ago, and when more of the more words chat, I'm like, you know what, this is a complete gang thing, and this needs to be eradicated differently. Because when you hear stories of our so-called innocent youths die, they're not innocent.
Yeah,
they're not innocent. Most of the youths might look like a baby to you. I get that. They're your babies. They're your children. but out of road, they're monsters.
No, I hear that. So
They don't have no
okay,
respect.
so
And
right.
sometimes, hold on, sister. This is the fight what we get as elders. Some youths will not respect their parents, but might respect us. But when we leave, the parents is left with the bullshit. So that's another thing. I believe certain groups, yeah, needs to really go into the house, talk to the mother, talk to the parents, and liaison with the family much longer than just talking to a you out on the road, talking to his parents for 10 minutes, and that's it. Sometimes this work takes years, bro. Takes years. It takes more bullshit you put in your youth, more it takes to get that bullshit out of your head. It's like this. More we indulge into a fantasy like realities, is more harder for us to step into the truth of reality of living, because some of us know the truth but will never accept it or acknowledge it.
All right. So
That's
are
why,
you saying that there's a lot of bad parenting then,
yeah. And the bad parenting doesn't mean, remember, bad parenting, yeah, doesn't mean that you're a bum. You could be a hard working parent, but you lack a fundamental points around your household when it comes to your children. When we say bad parenting, let's not say bad parent. Bro, would you say a good parent is somebody who goes to work 40 hours a week but makes so much money that child ends up going to a a bull school or private bull school where for the whole term they're living in that bull school? That's not a good parent either. So when we say what is a good parent, do
Yeah,
you
but
is hold on? Do you say a good parent is somebody who might not be in work but will take their child and teach them the values and the principles of life? That's a good parent. Sometimes being broke and not being a materialistic parent could be the best parent. Remember, parenting works with the the parenting is the result of how your child becomes. If your child grows up to become a man, a woman who's successful, that's your parenting. That's why they don't have a book on parenting, because every child or every household experiences different problems. Some of the
all right, let me try it a different way then, Rambo.
yeah,
Right?
no. Here when we say bad parenting, some of us as parents, we suffer from maybe PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders. We got our own uh, issues to sort out. What may affect the child's development? Sometimes shouting at your kid like, "You've fucking got to your bed, get over there." That's worse of abuse than you actually beating your kids, you know. By telling your kid, yo, you're fucking worthless. You not washed up. You not clean. Look how your clothes them look dirty. All of that has an effect on that child. So bad parenting is the stage of it works on all. Parenting is a whole spectrum, sister. If we go say
What we're trying to do is get to where
I know what I'm trying to say to you, yeah. We always reason these problems, and when it comes to a solution, some of the solutions are so basic, and some of the solutions is so problematic. Some solutions, a solution I could tell you to do for you and your kid might not work for you, but it might work for somebody else. So I I don't want to be on the fence, but I'm trying to. In most cases, I can't find the solution to most of the problems, because where does it start from? We can say every parent should take accountability for their child, and in reality, every
Rambo, do
person.
you think that there? Let me ask you something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, from the part of London that, or wherever you're from, yeah, is
Yeah.
there like a main player?
I'm gonna be honest with you. No, there ain't no main players, because remember this: there is not one man or one gangster who controls the areas no more. It's not like that. This ain't yacht. This
Okay,
ain't
cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like I'll
Right.
be real. most gangs affiliates are dons in their own sense, if you understand. So you could be in a gang and the whole gang, they're one as a gang name, but they're not one in the gang sense of orders. Because it's like guiding the new generation gang. We never had no leaders. So things was problematic anyway. There was no order in it. And that's how it is like with these street gangs.
Okay,
Everybody's a
so
don.
basically what you're saying is that at the end of the
There's
day,
no hierarchy.
that not even that there's no hierarchy, but that that the mandem have lost control of the village.
Yes. I tell you the
Well,
truth.
then if
I believe hold on. From we know this year, we know there was a big change after the 90s. Before in the 80s, 90s, there was order because you couldn't teeth without your dad or mum's friend catching you and even giving you a box. Nowadays, you can't. No man ain't. No, this is how it really goes. 95. Deep down, we always talk about this village, but nobody wants a next person, regardless if it's family or friend, touching their kids when they're doing something wrong, or if not, discipline them. Some people, some adults will talk about this village, but deep down, they don't want you telling their youths nothing. That's the problem. Some parents will go to school and beat up the child, beat up the teacher just because of what the child says. Some parents will go straight into the youth club, go wherever they go, and bad up. I mean, bad up the people them who's minding their picnic them because of what the child says. Yeah. So when we talk about this village thing, it's bullshit. It's out the window because we all know this. Nanifa, I could talk to you till I'm blue in the face, but if you say something wrong about my child or do something to my child, I'm fully on your back. I wouldn't watch that you was doing Breakfast Club before. I wouldn't watch you. I wouldn't watch that you was doing
saying that
after.
The bad behavior that we're seeing is just a reflection or representation of what's going on generally.
Yes, because you know what, there are reports of nursery staff getting badded up because the child is 2-3 years old, you know, and he's going home and telling his mum and dad things what he perceives, and their parents is not having it.
So when that parent does that now, which
Yeah.
we or the people around her will know is fuckeries.
Yeah.
What do we then do? Because going back to code, if there's no or else policy for these bad behaviors, then it's a wrap, bluffs.
No, it's been a wrap. It's been a wrap for years.
Well, then I hate that.
No, sister.
Then I hate
I'm gonna tell sister,
right? The fucking man, them.
Sister.
No fucking. I don't hear nothing. Yeah, because I don't hear nothing at all, bucks. If it's a rap, then it's a rap, and I hate that. But then I don't want to hear.
No. Listen, man. When I say, listen, sister.
Because what you're saying, I believe. You know, I believe that's exactly how man them think. You see it?
Yeah. All I'm saying, but that's how men and women think. No disrespect.
No.
So what you telling me? Telling me if I saw your son, with his little gas gang or something in Brixton or his A-Town gang or something, and I know you, Nanifa, but I see your fucking youth standing up with them youths there, burning weed, then I go and say to your youth, yo, boy, come off the blood clot ward and you get a riff of it. You ain't gonna be talking to me like you nice and all that, Nanifa, because that's the shit we go through, Nanifa. When you're in the front line talking to these youths, do you know how much bomber clap man that tell me that listen, it don't
that's exactly what I'm saying then, Rambo. I'm saying, if it's a situation, especially if it's the majority, you see what I'm saying to you? But if you're saying that at the end of the day, you can't pattern the youth because the parent ain't having it, then it's a rap, brethren.
No, but hear what I'm saying. Like,
and then
I'm trying to say this, you know. No, it's a rap. Hold on, it's a rap. If you're going out and doing this fucking community activism on some soft heart, some tipped
No, forget.
on your
You
toe
know what
shit.
it is, yeah?
No,
Let's not even
no.
talk about
I'm saying it this way.
activism.
I'm
Yeah?
saying it this way. It's not a rap for me. Because that's what I wouldn't mind wrapping up some parents. I wouldn't mind taking your youth, bringing him to your door, bringing you out, and stabbing up your bumper cut. That's how it goes. If I'll be real with you now, I'm not these
What?
fucking
Calm
assholes.
down, man.
It
Calm
gets to
down.
a point, no, Nanifa,
Calm down. Just calm down. Yeah. We don't
you
want no.
got people,
I said calm
Nanifa,
down, though, right?
Nanifa, you got concerned, big grown ass people out here. The last thing they want is some local bomber clout picnic to come disrespect them, especially when they try to do something positive towards them. That's why I say, see this village thing. This village thing needs some jungle justice, and and the people who get put on trial will be judged by the people of the community. We can't do this soft shit. If we carry on saying,
No
"Oh,
problem.
no, hold on,
Well,
it's a
I got
rap."
no problem with
Hold
that.
on,
But can
sister,
it be?
sister,
Listen,
it's a
stop
rap
talking,
when we
man.
deal with things light-heartedly. It's a rap when you don't discipline your picnic them. If you go dish your, you know this as a parent. If you discipline your child half-heartedly, it's not worth you disciplining them. If you go talk to your youth half-heartedly, it's not even worth chatting to them. You can't be dealing with certain things half-heartedly on the
So
fence.
what I'm hearing from you, Rambo, yeah, is that as far as you're concerned, a lot of parents have got no control over their children.
Exactly, and they should be held accountable.
Right. So now let's go.
Facts.
Okay. So now let's go to the next level then. So how do we hold the parents accountable?
Easy. By putting on the parents blatantly. That's the only way. Because remember, most parents, they gangsters see and wear. Most parents are gangsters see and wear, producing.
So how do we all listen? We got. I hear you, Rambo. So now we're trying.
I'm talking about the community where I'm coming from, where people like I went to the vigil last night. Yeah, it was bare youths. Try today or tomorrow talking to them youths there on the same level that we was doing on the vigil. Ain't gonna work. So you have to come rough. We activists and that is too soft for our community because we suffered in the police. Stuff what these youths there do, yeah. We shouldn't even bring them to the police. We should be giving them some licks and telling them to go fucking on them yard.
Right, exactly. So now this is the point I'm trying to make. So have we got can this sort of thing be enacted in your opinion? Because
this thing can be active. This thing can be active. If a group of concerned parents, got together, and the youths them is causing trouble and all of that, go to the parents and ironing it out with the parents, will do a lot more than just sitting down on fucking panels or on Instagram and all of that, just chatting and debating over fucking stupidness.
Right. I believe.
I'm saying the community.
All right, man. For fuck's sake, man. Right.
I'm trying to reason with you, Don't do that.
No, but I want to get to the practical.
I'm the only man who's trying to talk to you and try to fucking say to you, listen, the only way we go set this thing, is by dealing with it head on. If you want me to be on this panel and chat some shit, I'm not doing it. I come off. Because right about now, I'm having phone calls saying to me, how come I'm not in Brixton? How come I'm not in Brixton? Why are you not in Angel Town? Rambo, talk to these youths. I could come off the panel now and do some road works. I'm only trying to tell you, you might be pissed off, but it's a lot deeper than that. This shit has been going on for years. It's not going to work overnight. It's going to be maybe a generation thing, that we might have to put in place. We need the whole community to have a new regime and a new program for our people in our community. And I'm not up here chatting no fuckery because all night I'm having man, why are you not down Brixton, Rambo? Why are you not down Brixton? Like, I could come off and do some real work.
Please let me say something, please.
Go
on. Because if you were to listen to what I'm saying, you've not heard me disagree. Okay? Yeah? What I'm trying
I'm going by the way you're talking to me, your tone is, because I'm like, I'm
because I want you to stop and listen.
I'm listening.
Well, if you listened to me, then you wouldn't have had to said what you just said, Bab. Yeah? Because now I'm trying to get to the next level. We are in agreement with that. Yeah? I asked you, how can it be enacted? That's what I'm saying.
How could it be active? I just told you, if people like ourselves are doing it, then we can do it. But if we go carry on talking, it ain't gonna happen.
Right. So now I'm saying, yeah, okay, which I agree with, right? I don't think it's happening. Yeah. Now, see, I've lost my trail of thought now. But oh yeah, that's what I was gonna try to say to you, Amber. Yeah, and then maybe you'll definitely see where I am coming from. Yeah, my thing is, what I'm saying is like to get, and even if we have to pay and all the rest of it, like we need like A teams. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
In the problematic areas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying to you, Rambo.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah? Proper A team man. You get me? Ex-army, ex-police. I don't care, but just proper. Who knows the thing in it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that you know, because remember, a lot of the persons that are they're known, you know, who are causing the most problems, this, that, and the other. Yeah. Just go and scrape them up. You understand what I'm saying to you? Take them somewhere far, far away, hopefully with some water in between. You see it? And just drop them off there, so.
Innit?
Yeah?
Yeah. Or we got bare lockups. Sister,
huh?
we got bare lockups in certain states. Man, them should have their own prisons in their own community. Take the youth them and lock them up in a bomber car.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm trying to say. If we're serious, because the thing is, I know, sir, this stupid gang culture and all this bullshit that man them are under right now. I know a lot of it is sort of based on America, and then the American one is based on the mafia and all this stupid shit. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I'm not even saying stupid shit yet, because it is what it is, because every community's got their bullshit. You get me? But they just pattern it differently. You see what I'm saying to you? So I'm like, all right, then cool. At least try and get some order into the fucking thing, man. Just what I'm saying to you.
Facts. I fully agree with you.
Put some, because we know that everyone else is doing their shit, you know. Yeah. But they just seem to know how to pattern up for them people then more than we at the moment. Now, I'm asking the question, can we ever get back to that stage? Because like I'm saying, if it's a no, then we don't need to chat no more, man. We just open up funeral parlors and fucking whatever.
Yeah, like what you're doing in land with, yeah.
And make some money from it, bros.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's me being very, very cynical, but I adapt me, I say still. Yeah, for real. Yeah, because like I said, an A team, adapt me, I can't for. If there was a community thing, it would be. I'm like, I want an A team. Yeah, and I will pay my weekly or monthly subs or whatever the fuck to keep the thing afloat. Because I'm telling you, if we don't do it, yeah, then you know what's coming in anyway. It's coming in anyway.
No, it's coming in. Maybe some of the white families them will do the exact same thing we're talking. You see exactly what goes on.
No. The next rapido thing is going to be the martial law settings, brethren.
Of course, national security, you know. National Guards.
Right? but the wickedest thing is going to be us that are going to be balling for it. Yeah? Because we can't maintain our communities. Yeah?
Exactly.
Because remember, they're watching now. Remember, they're just watching now, you know. Because remember, if they wanted to, they could really help to shut this shit down, you know. But at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility. Why should they give a fuck if we're killing each other? Why the fuck should they waste their money?
Yeah, and that's how they're thinking of it. That's how they're thinking. Do you know that the MPs could go in and do a Cobra meeting right now, and within this whole week, the whole of us is suffering. Everybody in the community is suffering. I'm telling you straight enough. If we went into martial law, or if we had a thing like what Jamaica has, acid and them thing they make, Rental Adams, them man there can roll up on you. We will know how it feels to be gangsters, you know. Because see this country here, if they ever create, they got a division already where if they come out, they could just shoot to kill you on sight. They can do all of that. All they want us to do is continue this bullshit, allow this to reach a problem where Parliament has to intervene, then we're all fucked. That's all they have to do. They just wait. Once these gangs uh, wars affect certain white communities, like what they're doing, watch what happens. And a lot of us is
But
gonna
it's
get
gonna
it.
happen before. But that's what I'm
No,
gonna
it's
say.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon.
It's
It's
gonna
actually gonna
happen.
happen soon. Because guess what? There's a lot of when we campaign as black people, it doesn't reach to them hierarchies like how when white people say I had enough with these drug dealers and that. Come on, man. Look what they did to fucking Air Jamaica and all of them thing and what they did to Jamaica when their 40 yardies were doing their thing. They shut half of it down. No yardies has ever functioned like that since early 2000, sister. Yardies has never functioned properly since early 2000. Now, there's none of that structure again because the British government went hard on Jamaica government and fucked up everything. Why do you think we don't really have bigger dons? All the big dons, they're all dead or in jail now. They're not on road like that no more. And now all we in a situation where I'm not saying, yeah, it's doomed to be over. No, we still got chance. Because guess what? It's not this community or London ain't really tense like that yet. Once people start getting tense, we can start seeing a new phase. They don't want London to ever be like New York or Kingston. They don't want that. The moment London turns out New York, you will see what happens. And it's almost turning like that. They almost want to ban carnival. They're
But
planning to
this
shut
is the
down all
point
block
that
parties
I'm
anyway.
trying to make, Rambo. Yeah, if if we don't get it under control, then they will get it under control.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
And that's the bottom line of it.
Well, exactly. But at that point, what I'm saying is that many of us will be screaming for them to get it under control.
Yeah, and we're doing it now. We got a sister in Brixton now who's crying and saying to her, I want to sit at the table, I want to sit around the table with you lot. Now that's gonna become a worse problem in our community. Because people's already tried to knock on Parliament and say, do something about my fucking black kids in my community.
Well, there
So
you
come
go.
on, like things
Well, there you go, man. So again, like I'm saying,
things is
Mandem, are we ready to have the conversation? Because like I keep saying, men are the head. This is the patriarchal society. Our wagwan. You see what I'm saying to you, and all the rest of it. You get me? The way men run their society. That's the reflection. So what are the Mandem up to? I'm laying it right back at the Mandem. Are we really ready to have the conversations, Mandem? Do the Mandem know what their sons have? The Mandem got control over their own sons? Are the Mandem looking after their sons? Do they know where their sons are? If their sons are criminals and this and that, are you actively trying to stop them from doing that because you know that there's only two roads with that one? It's either that one for jail and that one for death. Like, are the Mandem actively doing this? Whilst making new children and this and that. And like, Mandem, I'm here to have the conversation. Click the fucking links. Yeah, but I'm telling you, feminist 90 for 99 laying this right at the Mandem's door. Yeah, I want to see some collective. Yeah, I want to see something. Yeah, just like 100 or 1,000 of you lot can go a dance and this and that and this and that. You must can come together to try to strategize to sort some of this out.
I want to agree all a bit louder. Can I take this off the mic? I want to greet all the pastors, the reverends, constables, everybody, and I just want to extend my condolences to the family at this time. So I'm a spoken word artist, and I really would love for you guys just to listen and to take in what I'm about to say. I was up 5 o'clock this morning writing this piece, so I really hope that it touches the hearts of you guys. See, as a spoken word artist, normally words just flow. But this death was hard to swallow because it was bigger than the glands that was in my throat. See, I don't know Elian personally, but I took this death personally. Because when I looked on the TV, I saw a young girl that looked just like me. And I was taken back that I had to hold my breath. Because the reality is that whenever I turn on my TV, the only time I see black representation is when I see a black death. See, Elian was just 15 years old girl who had a whole world ahead of her. Now carved is a plank with her name and her age that sits at the head of her, only a memory to remember her. And as I look around, I see tears and I see tissues. And it's clear to say that we have a knife crime issue. When are we going to sit down and get to the root of this issue? See, black people, there's conversations that we need to have. There's things that we need to talk amongst our own. We need to learn to take accountability because these problems, they start in the home. See, we have children that are making executive decisions, growing up being the bigger person because the bigger person is missing. We have kids that are bringing up kids because mom's working double shifts because there's a financial crisis. So now the young people are being left to their own devices. And I'm not saying that the government's to blame, but I'm saying that the government paved the way. Because they defunded youth services, closed down youth centers, and now the youth, there are no longer investments. So the gang life, they become invested. All because they wanted love and acceptance. I'm hearing too much condolences and not enough congratulations. Because kids want to walk with knives, all for the sake of protection and a reputation. See, I'm not condoning actions. And I'm not here to condemn, but we got broken boys turning into fractured men. We've got hurt women turning into bad bees. See, these young people don't need role models. These young people need role models, not people that play roles. Because roles switch. And when reality hits, it's a new script. Acting out of scenes from Top Boy because they want to be a Top Boy. But it's when you get Stop Boy and you Drop Boy.
That's right.
So young people, I urge you, don't ever let your setbacks set you back. And if you take a blow, you better blow back. Let your setbacks know that they're never going to blow back. But know that you were graced for purpose. On purpose. For this very purpose. God bless you.
Yeah. Big up that sister still. Big up that sister still. Big up yourself, Rambo. I'm not sure if you dropped out or you probably got to get yourself off to work. But give thanks still. I hear you. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, everything's thingy bobbing. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a bit, man. Now, in terms of the females now, yeah. Now, as women now, what we need to be very careful of is who you're having children with. I'll definitely say that that's definitely some because trust me, like some ladies, you're having children with men that you know, yeah, even all of that, man. But yeah. I mean, like for some girls, yeah, or ladies, like what is the fascination of having children for fucking wastemen? Like, I mean, when you know that, in fact, Bomber Cloud, me look down at Miss Sydney. All right, yes, big up yourself, my girl. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Yeah. You catch my card and you reach, and I appreciate that, sis. Trust me, I actually appreciate that. Respect due to that. Zed, cause woman with name. Yeah, a woman with name, my girl. So yeah, man, big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself. All right, Cole, big up yourself. Come on, every day, every day. But dep on your chattings, you know. Don't watch that. Yeah, oh, I see it there. As we said that, man, big up yourself, EIE, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Morgan. If hold on, because I think this is a good point. If Top Boy is the best you can do, then why do you wonder why your youth are lost? You see, I can't disagree with that point, to be fair, or Morgan, because I am definitely. And you know what? You raise a really, really good point. Yeah, laugh, Code. Yeah, laugh. No worry, man. No worry, Code. You're talking to my depot. But yeah, man. So let me just, because I digress already. But Morgan, I don't disagree with that whatsoever. And I think to even highlight that point, I do believe, not even believe, Manure said, yeah, when certain movies came out in America in particular, you understand me? And I'm talking about movies like New Jack Swing or City, fucking Boys in the Hood, all of them fucking, all of that shit, yeah, that was posted around the world. That didn't do us no good. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I definitely agree with that. Do you know what I mean? And again, them things are like double-edged swords, isn't it? Because in one way, do you know what I mean? It could be argued that you're showing, well, and that was one of the arguments as well, I guess, that, you know what I mean, the only the pretty parts and the more glamorous parts of America were previously showed, you get me, and the grit and the grind weren't really being showed, so persons might not really be having oh god, you know, I'm supposed to do something, I forgot, a good clear view of America in it. You see what I'm saying to you? Yeah, because maybe up until then, you know what I mean, it was all fucking Hollywood and Disney World and all this type of stupid shit, yeah. But I remember them movies, you know what I mean? And like I said, I think they were definite turning points. Because in England, yeah, for example, just to show an example of the impact them movie they made, I remember all of a sudden, certain man, then when they're driving their car, they're leaning over and all this stupid shit, man. And just certain little gangsterisms definitely started coming into our culture, into our communities, whatever. 100%. Certain vernacular change. You get me? The N-word came in, the calling women bitches came, because before that we weren't on none of that in England. Me, I tell you. You understand what I'm saying to you? We were not doing that in England. 100%. Men were not going around calling women all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So them things definitely, yeah, big up yourself, Rambo. Big up yourself. So them things definitely seeped into the community, into the land, whatever you want to call it. You get me? Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, and don't get me, yeah, but so there's that. And the music changed as well. Yeah. I mean, we've had these conversations already, you know what I mean? So this is like old thingy bobby, but just to say that we weren't always in this sort of situation, as far as I'm concerned, and how we in England and imported it, or America exported it around the world. You get me? Yeah. Because right now, if you go to it could be argued that there are certain commonalities in certain places wherever we're there. You get me? And it would be good to know what the science is behind that. You see what I'm saying to you? Yeah. But I'm talking about the negative bits, because remember, you know, just like there's negative bits, there's positive bits. The positive bits that are that we're still probably the most God-fearing nation on this flipping planet, whereby we'll give our last penny to the pastor, you get me, and we'll go without food and all that type of ish. You understand what I'm saying to you? Just to balance up the thing. Yeah. So again, even in the discussion that we're having is so bad, because it is still the good suffering for the bad, isn't it? Because the bad is the minority. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying to you. Like, most of our children are not going around chefing up youths. Most of our children, most of our girl pitney are not going out hoeing up the place. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah, most of our young people are actually on the right track. Most of them. You get me? But like we already know, positivity is not glorified. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. It's not glorified. It doesn't make the news, this, that, and the other. Yeah. And to be honest, it could be argued that we ourselves could help change a narrative, because that's one thing I used to say, change a narrative. Is what I'm saying to you. Yeah. Because there's enough things what we are doing. Oh, leap that would make these incidences sort of pale into insignificance. You get me? But like I'm saying, innit? You know? But like I was saying before now about the movies and that, and the influence that it's had on us and how we've imported certain things. Yeah. And even as females, do you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you, you see the tune, the NW tune, A Bitch is a Bitch. I knew every fucking lyric to that, man. You see, back in the day, we used to scratch that up, bring it back, all kind of mad shit. But I'm saying that to say just how certain things can get programmed into your head if your mind ain't sharp or if you're not strong enough. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely things like there was a shift. You know what I mean? Because like the sort of example I like to try to give in this instance is I got a brethren, them times we used to go carnival every year, yeah? And even with carnival, you can see how that's even another good, you can see carnival probably is a perfect reflection of the change in the culture, actually. It's probably a perfect reflection. And to show how music as well has an impact. You see what I'm saying to you, right? But one year, my friend went carnival and he had on a t-shirt. He had on a t-shirt, like a Public Enemy t-shirt. And I think it was like either, it takes a nation to hold us back, or Fear of a Black Planet, or one of them ones. You know what I'm saying to you? But one of them albums that they had, right? Yeah. Obviously, bare positivity. If you know about Public Enemy, you know bare positivity, yeah? The following year, the same year, had on a different t-shirt. You get me? Obviously. But this t-shirt was F the Police at the back and NWA at the front. Right? Do you understand me? And I am telling you, that was a significant shift. Significant shift, man, because we're going from, it takes and then everything that then came with it, man. It's crazy because obviously I've digressed, family, but it is all part and parcel in it, because what I'm saying is that when all that happened, they changed the frequency and the energy of the music. You see what I'm saying to you? Like, in a scientific way. Like, if you don't know about frequency, and Chevelle, you lot are singers and all that, so you don't know about different frequencies and this and that and levels and all that different type of thing. But may I tell you, sir, there was a change in the frequency of the music, and with that change came a lot of degenerate behavior. Yeah, the youth then became more. It changed because the music, it's going to different parts of your chakras, isn't it? Like, before, the music was uplifting. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like, oh dear, and then because as entertaining as it was, like screaming out "fuck the police," it's not really helpful. It's not. But the thing is, again, I'm not even saying that it was a bad song, right? Because at that time, NWA was singing about what they were going through. You get me? So on a micro one, do you know what I mean? But the ripple effects, man, the ripple effects. And like I said, all their movies and that. So now it's just like I'll tell you, it's just like in the, I don't know, probably in the 50s and 60s, it was like maybe cowboys and all that. So everyone wants to be I don't know. But do you know what I mean? I'm just really talking about the influence. All right, let me look at the chats, man, because I'm just there going off on one. And yeah, let me see. All right. Big up yourself, Slimmers. Get me? When said ever gorgeous, don't let the people them know I'm gorgeous. Con. Just let them think I'm some old mampy. Get me? Make them good. Right, just what's this? Just Line the Ghetto was meant for Jews, but the label came to us through government policies. Yeah, I understand that as well. There is that, you know what I mean? But at the same, yeah, I mean, look, and that's a whole different story again, in it, because we know that in America a lot of positively run towns were just burnt down, fucked up, and all the rest of it. So I do get that. Chevelle says a shift in how we start to. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. You get me? Because you're going from kings and queens to fucking niggas and bitches, man. It's mad. Remember, you had them days. You had like Queen Latifah. Like, oh my god. Do you know what I mean? It's just I can't even. But you know, it was just positive, man. It was just positive. But once the music changed, it changed, man. It changed. The frequency changed. And this is the thing, even when it comes to the man-woman thing, yeah, even when it comes to the girl-boy, man-woman thing, yeah, I don't see young boys and girls, like, I know that they're having sex and that, yeah, but I don't see that there's that sort of interpersonal type of vibration, yeah. Now, I don't want to sound like some old auntie and all the rest of it, you know, you get me? Auntie, stop it, yeah. But it's still significant though, because yeah, man, it all relates, man. Even just how man and man deal with each other. It's all just, it seems just some parts a little bit aggressive and that. But anyway, I'm digressing. All right, hold on a second. Right, I'm digressing. But like I was saying about the lady, yeah, back to the ladies, because I do think it's a significant point still. As women, yeah, definitely, I think we've got to be very selective with who we have children with, yeah. I know there's this sort of phenomenon, especially with the younger ones, where they want to be having children with bad boys or man that at the moment they look like are getting peas and all this other type of stupid shit. Yeah, like if this reaches any young girls out there who are yet to have children, this, that, and the other, like please do look at your, spend as much time looking for a baby father as you do looking for a weave. Nah, I'm only joking. The point being, yeah, that you've got to from the outset look for, and this is what I'm saying. Even yeah, I mean, you're gonna make me go down a whole different lane right there. So yeah, but at the same time, yeah, because sex now it's just another fucking sort of commodity, isn't it? I mean, sex is just like, do you know what I mean? Like for some of these young people, it's a bit mad still, man. So because of that, it's like there's definitely not an appreciation of what can happen as a result of sex, i.e. having a child. You know what I mean? Because, a child is not just an accessory, in it. It's a lifetime choice, in it. It's not even a lifetime choice. It's a lifetime of whatever, in it. Do you know what I mean? So as a female, in it, especially you feel, because at the end of the day, as man, them can, you know what I mean? You see, they may stay, they may go, this, that, and the other, but inevitably, as a woman, you're going to be left holding the baby, in it. So that's the first thing that you have to remember, isn't it? You know what I'm saying to you? But then at the same time, when you're looking to have a child with someone, like me personally, if I was a young girl, yeah, I wouldn't have a child with a man that's got X amount of children already. Me personally, do you know what I mean? Because, well, if them 2, 3, 4, 5 girls couldn't make him, you know what I mean, pattern up, then why do I think that I can do any better? You know what I mean? So, girl, them that are having children with a man that's got beds, I don't really have much time for you, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I really am making a point that as much as we want to burn out the man, them this and that, as females, you got to take responsibility for who you're lying down with. And know that any man you fuck, you might can breed. Yeah? You get me? Any man you fuck, you might can breed. So sometimes you have to think, well, boy, would I want to breed for this guy? You know what I mean? Because if in your head you look at him and think, I wouldn't want to breed for you, then you got to keep it moving, you know? Yeah, allow him. Allow him. Do you know what I mean? Get your self-esteem and your self-respect and your hugs elsewhere. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm telling you, I'm going to be really crude now, But you see, there's enough pitney out here that are born just because the gal wanted a hug. You get me? Yo, hold on a second. Let me just check something because I think I'm about to bun someone out, So let me just check something. Because I think I'm about to burn someone out. Let me check. Hannibal, mind yourself, You hear me, boy? Mind yourself, Because you've been moving very reckless. Mind yourself. I tell you, my boy. All right, so now, bam. Yeah, so like I was saying about the gathering, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Enough you are out there because really the gal wanted a hug. You get me? But instead of getting a hug, she had to go the whole way. You see what I'm saying to you? All the way. And now because of that, But yeah. But what I've got to do is right. I'm gonna play this again because I'm gonna play this again. Hold on. All right, and big up the people that are in the building still. Yeah, it's an early one, an impromptu one, but always nice to see the family still. And big up to the new ones, man. Get me? How you mean? Bumper clock. You're a big bumper clock people. How you mean? Not pay my bills. Yeah. All right. Let me just quickly play this. Yeah, man, Chefs. Come on, man. Come on, big up yourself, Mel, man. Big up yourself, Mel.
I want to greet all the pastors, the reverends, constables, everybody, and I just want to extend my condolences to the family at this time. So I'm a spoken word artist, and I really would love for you guys just to listen and to take in what I'm about to say. I was up 5 o'clock this morning writing this piece, so I really hope that it touches the hearts of you guys. See, as a spoken word artist, normally words just flow. But this death was hard to swallow because it was bigger than the glands that was in my throat. See, I don't know Elian personally, but I took this death personally. Because when I looked on the TV, I saw a young girl that looked just like me. And I was taken back that I had to hold my breath. Because the reality is that whenever I turn on my TV, the only time I see black representation is when I see a black death. See, Elian was just 15 years old girl who had a whole world ahead of her. Now carved is a plank with her name and her age that sits at the head of her, only a memory to remember her. And as I look around, I see tears and I see tissues. And it's clear to say that we have a knife crime issue. When are we going to sit down and get to the root of this issue? See, black people, there's conversations that we need to have. There's things that we need to talk amongst our own. Yeah. We need to learn to take accountability because these problems, they start in the home. Yes. See, we have children that are making executive decisions, growing up being the bigger person because the bigger person is missing. We have kids that are bringing up kids because mom's working double shifts because there's a financial crisis. So now the young people are being left to their own devices. And I'm not saying that the government's to blame, but I'm saying that the government paved the way. because they defunded youth services, closed down youth centres, and now the youth, there are no longer investments. So the gang life, they become invested. All because they wanted love and acceptance. I'm hearing too much condolences and not enough congratulations, because kids want to walk with knives all for the sake of protection and a reputation. See, I'm not condoning actions and I'm not here to condemn, but we got broken boys turning into fractured men. We've got hurt women turning into bad bees. See, these young people don't need role models. These young people need role models, not people that play roles. Because roles switch, and when reality hits, it's a new script, acting out of scenes from Top Boy because they want to be a Top Boy, but it's when you get Stop Boy and you drop Boy.
That's
So
right.
young people, I urge you, don't ever let your setbacks set you back. And if you take a blow, you better blow back. Let your setbacks know that they're never gonna blow back, but know that you were graced for purpose, on purpose, for this very purpose. God bless you.
Right, yes, family. So stay there. Just gotta quickly do something. So, right. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, sorry about that, family. Oh boy, I'm not even gonna explain what. But yeah, I'm back still. I'm back. Boom, boom, boom. All right, 1 second. Yeah, so no, listen. You lot, just calm down. Yo, calm down in the chats, man. Just calm down. What? Yo, what's wrong with you people in the chats, man? Listen, don't piss me off in the chats, man. Seriously, just stop it, man. Just stop it, man. Just stop it, man. Just stop this shit, man. If you lot listen, if you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing at all. I beg you, man. But just stop this, man. Cha. So until I'm pissed off already, man. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't even know what's going on, man. But already it's just pissing me off. But anyway, sure. Mm. Oh, fuck's sake, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't even know what happened, man, but I'm just saying to stop in it.
Yeah, just stop, man. Just stop. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to put. Okay. The British environment. What are you talking about, man? Seriously. Did you not just listen to what I was just saying before, EIE? Anyway, let me try and get back on point, yeah? And this is, and again, this is what I mean, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yes, beefy. You know about the mama bomber clock now, but your little side man, I try and make it go on like me, I tell him about it, mama. Yeah, that's how we call you lot are. But anyway, it's all content. Don't watch nothing. Oh, Hannibal. Oh, yeah, Hannibal. I done warn him already, man, because I'll fling him out my own fucking self. You get me? So I done warn him already. I can't see him, but I'll fling him out my own self. He needs to calm the fuck down. So if I hear me out talk, then fair enough at this point. So yeah, that's what I was saying now. So yeah, obviously as ladies, it's definitely incumbent upon us to choose the right fathers for our children and not do it via if they got more likes or if they got. Oh man, as my boy used to say. Hey.
Big up, Nines. Big up.
Yes, my girl. Big up yourself.
Listen, I just want to
Mhm.
apologize for the F3 in the chat, but sorry, I just need to address everything as everything, yeah. Because a man told me to go suck my mother for what? This is why there was a back and forth with me and him in the chat, because he's written my name and attached it to go and suck your mother. So I'm trying to figure out why. You understand?
So yeah,
And
absolutely.
who now a man can't tell me why.
So EIE.
So I feel like I have the right. Do you get me to chat back, because I
No,
can't seem to understand. That came out of nowhere. And if it's about Annabelle addressing me, Annabelle, I don't know this man from nowhere. He told me that, you know, when someone they co-sign what you're saying. So I said, okay, big up Annabelle. Do you know what I mean? Because he co-signed what I was saying. But I don't know nothing about this Annabelle character to know whether or not he's a racist or not. Do you understand? So me now finding out, Rob, the reason why everything is everything, even timed him out, was when I went back and looked at what he said previously. So you put me under the same whatever as this dickhead Annabelle without doing your own research. Then you're gonna tell me to suck my mother for what? That's why you're a pussy, oh bruv. And I'll say it happily, because all now you ain't taking it back. All now you ain't taking it back, but you're writing in big caps. This is not about you, sis. I'm addressing Annabelle racial bullshit. But you told me to go and suck my mother. This is what I don't understand. Why did you have to type my name, Chevelle? And what's mad is that you couldn't even spell it correctly. Do better, bruv. You don't know me from nowhere. So I just came up here to address that. Lines. Apologies. But yeah, we weren't talking about that. Char.
No, you're perfectly in your right to do that, and that it's a shame that that's your first time you come and that you ever come with. However, do your thing, but most
100%.
importantly, welcome, sis. You get
Big
me?
up, big up, big up.
Yeah, man. Like I said, nice to have the. I was gonna. Oh, EIE, just relax yourself, man. Just relax yourself, EIE. Remember, you're an elder, innit? So let's try and lead by example, because this is what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah. Maybe the youth them are just a reflection of what the elders are going on with.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So we
Yeah.
have to lead by example.
Do you know what I was thinking, Nines? Yeah. You see all the mums that had their kids, like, what I would say they're in their 30s now, maybe early 40s. And their youths are like 14, 15, they're going through the madness. That was part of the era that there was a lot of single mums back then. You know what I mean? They started to bring in all sorts like what's the word? Birth control and trying to clamp down and da 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 da. And now we here with these 13, 14, 15-year-olds that's out here just killing each other. And they don't even know why they're killing each other. They
The
have
youth
no
them
clue.
themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? I feel like it's an impulse issue. They don't know how to control their emotions. They don't know how to yeah, they're just emotionally unintelligent, lines. You get me? So they don't know how to process certain feelings. Yeah, the man them back
Right.
in our day when we were younger, if they got told no, or if a woman would talk to them any type of way, I'm not saying they deserve disrespect. I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form, yeah. But they were more accepting. You understand? They weren't ready to kill you. They
No,
weren't
well,
ready
I
to
agree.
kill you.
Yeah, I
Yeah, go
agree
on.
with that because what I was saying, Chevs, is what I think part of the not problem, but when I'm talking about the interpersonal vibrations between boys and girls, men and women, whatever,
Yeah,
yeah, because when we're coming up, um, you know what I mean? Obviously, like you got clubs, disco, you know what I mean? You know them little things, but you know when you get bigger, yeah, you start going to parties, dances, and
yeah,
whatever, right?
big,
And
yeah,
your
yeah,
initiations, and even in Jamaica, you might start to dance with a guy. Do you know what I mean? This is before
yeah,
there's any type of you know what I mean, sexual blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
you learn those interpersonal vibrations and this and that. And I think that's something that's definitely lacking with the youth. Them like they don't seem to do you not go on like do they date and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? Like do they? Because I know they I think it goes from texting, which is obviously very impersonal and robotic anyway, to meeting to
Yeah,
slashing. Because I'm asking some
everything's online.
right.
Nines. Everything's on online now. Obviously, I would say I'm in that. I was born in the 90s, so yeah, where we at, a lot of what especially when it comes to like communication and stuff, a lot of it started the online stuff started with our generation. And obviously the
Mm-hmm.
younger generation, they've just been brought up in it, whereas we were introduced to it, you know?
Right.
And so now there's just a lot of online, you get me, people can they don't have to be themselves, they can pretend to be somebody else, da da
Right,
da da
right,
da.
right.
And as you said, that interpersonal relationship is no longer there. It's just like, where you from, what's your name, how old are you, and that's it. And then two
Mm,
twos, you're asking to come around to people's yard. There's no
mm.
vetting, there's no, as you said, dates and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? There's no courtship. It's just, yeah, skin out, and then boom, you're pregnant.
So let me
And you
ask you a
don't know
question,
nothing
yeah?
about this. Yeah.
Do you think that the young ladies, yeah, are strong enough to like say no?
No.
No.
No. I feel like even my generation struggles with that. That
To
no.
say no.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So
Cause you yeah.
mm, yeah, because that's obviously very problematic, isn't it? Because I'm saying to them, Gallia, now, well, but because what I get back is he's only gonna go. You get me? He's only gonna go somewhere else, and I'm like, we're making one, man.
Yeah.
But
But you see with that no, it's to do with self-worth.
exactly.
Do you understand? Because I'll be real, my like when it comes to parenting, my parents, they were just about providing, and do you know what I mean? But when it came to like actual sitting me down and letting me know what my worth is and telling me, I know it's really like cliche, but telling me like that I'm good enough, telling me that I'm deserving of da 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 da, and that I shouldn't accept da 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 da. Do you understand? Like all of these little things, I feel like if we had focused, or if our parents had focused on um creating a self-esteem that is worth something within their children, I don't know if a lot of us would be in the place we are today.
Well, I'm
Or if
so
we'd make
that's yeah.
or if we'd make the
Sorry.
mistakes we made. Sorry, no. Go on, yeah.
No, that's an excellent point, man. I'm glad that you've even said that, man, because you know what I mean. Previously, myself and Rambo was speaking. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
hold on, I'm just putting this on charge. 1 second. So that's really interesting, right? Because seemingly, then, would it be fair to say that maybe there's a lot of parents that didn't have the tools to be parents in the first place, and as such,
Yeah.
the ripple effect. Right.
Yeah. The ripple effects, and then you've got the ones that's like, as I said, in their 30s now. They've got children that are 14, 15 in their teenage years, and yes, they try to do a little bit better, but that's the pandemic that they don't really have a lot of fathers in their life like that. So
Sorry,
I don't know.
Shes.
That's cool.
No, that weren't me. You know what it is. I'm in my thing, and the radio came on. My bad. I
Oh,
apologize. That
no,
weren't
it's
me.
cool.
That was
It's
actually
cool.
what's that you called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I do hear what you're saying. Definitely, I definitely hear what you're saying. In terms of certain ripple effects. So okay. So I know you're a young lady. So now as a young lady now, you're obviously taking check from what you've seen around you, right?
Yeah.
So now you're obviously gonna make it your highest priority not to repeat the same mistakes, innit?
100%. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's
Yeah.
all we can ask for the young ladies at this time.
But
And
you know what? A lot of us are ignorant though, Nines, man. A lot of us don't want to have to put in the work or work on self. Do you understand?
well, that's what I was coming to next, you see. You see what I'm saying to you? Because for me
Mm.
now, as I'm saying to you, as a young lady, I'm saying the first person you got to love is yourself, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you want to be you know what I mean, wasting time or putting in time and effort on loving a man or this and that, love yourself. You know what I mean? That's the first thing. And obviously, as parents, that's what we should be teaching our
We
children
should be
anyway.
right. That should be the first thing we teach them.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
the mathematics, fuck the science, fuck the English. You understand? Because at this point, it's our souls that need saving, sis. Do you understand? From ourselves, because I don't understand how we put education above everything else. That's the first thing. Do you know what I mean? I remember my mum used to beat me so I can learn how to spell my name, bruv. This type of ignorant shit. But you wasn't telling me, oh yeah, babes, your hair is as beautiful as it is. So when you grow up, you don't need to wear no wig. You don't need to put nothing in your head top. Do you understand? Our chefs, you're a beautiful girl. Don't let no man take advantage of you. Don't feel less than. And don't take up for nobody neither. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, these lessons, if they were drummed into me, I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't have made mistakes. I would have, but maybe half of them I probably would have. Do you know what I mean?
no, because but what I was gonna I tell you, make so many valid points, right? Because see, now we sort of go into a different arena. It could be argued regarding sort of generational. I don't use the word PTSD because Rambo used that word, right? But there are definitely there's certainly a lot of behaviors that are being passed down, sis. You see what I'm saying to you?
100%.
And
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
they're not being corrected, you get me, then it gets passed down
Yeah.
again. So
You see
that's
with the correction is up to us, yeah. And when I
that's
say
right.
that, what I mean by that is a lot of us are closed-minded, right? And from a young age, I would say that I was quite aware. I don't know why I was so aware of certain things, but I would say that is part of the issues that as a people, as a generation, we are not aware. And so therefore, because of that, we make the same mistakes our foreparents did. Because we're just
Aware
not
of
aware. We're
what
just
though?
going through life. We're just living life.
When you say aware
I would say aware of self.
of self,
I would say aware of self, and then through being aware of self, you're then aware of where you're living, what you're living in. Do you understand? Because once you realize who you are and where it is that how can I put this?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I would say aware of self. And once you become aware of self, you become aware of everything else. That's all I can say. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I mean. So so yeah, and I'm
No,
sick.
definitely, because
Yeah.
there's definitely many layers to what you're saying, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then even
Yeah.
this, so you can even go into the whole man woman thing. Yeah, because
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
one of the things I said this morning is like girls, it could be argued, are still being brought up to be wives, yeah,
Yeah.
and mothers, yeah,
Yeah.
whether it's done in a clumsy way or not. Do you know what I mean? But
That's true.
are the but are is there a balance of boys stroke men being brought up to be fathers and husbands? You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it, if I'm honest.
You know what I mean? Because I'm saying, even with what I'm hearing you say about certain things not being sort of drummed into you, yeah, just for want of a better word, yeah, I'm sure that you have been given the skills
Yeah.
to be a mother and wife, if you understand what I'm saying to you. Because I think as females, by default, that's what's being drummed into us. No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, because even enough of them careless girls, yeah, that we're saying, no, let me not even say use that word carelessness. But even these girls that we're saying are looking these type of hype up man, if them man they properly wife them off and this and that and this and that, they would fall into that
They'll
thingy bobby.
fall right back into that role. Yeah, 100%.
Right, right,
100%.
right, right,
I
right,
feel like what the
right.
man them what the man them don't understand yet is that it takes like, all right, so every woman can be, I don't want to use the word, but I'll use the word just for the conversation. Every woman can be tamed, innit? Yeah, it all depends on the type of man, right?
100%. 100.
Now I would say if a woman finds the right man, she'll end up doing everything and anything for the right man, because why? If she can see that he leads and she don't have no issue in following that man, then things just fall into place. However, as you
Facts.
said, we need a lot of we don't have as many leaders anymore. We've got a lot of followers. We've got a lot of
Indeed.
people, man, them that want to jump on bandwagons, and half the stuff that they're talking about, they wouldn't be saying this to their parents or to their mother or to their grandmother when it comes to women, you know. Um, and also half the stuff, I don't know where they learn it from. And this is where social media and the internet has a big part to play, because a lot of these brothers, the internet was their fathers, bruv.
Mad. Mad.
You get
That's a
me?
mad statement, you know. That's a
It's
mad
reality.
statement still. I'm hearing you,
Especially
man.
in this day and age now, I'd say the youths them growing up now that don't really have their fathers in their lives, or for some reason they're missing, Yeah, and if the community ain't involved in his life, for instance, he ain't got no uncles, he ain't got no man to really look up to have um like a role model
Guidance
to.
and that.
Yeah,
Mm,
thank you,
mm,
sis, because I was struggling
mm,
there. Yeah, like someone to look up to, someone to kind of copy off. But
mm.
as the sister was saying in her poem, we've got the top boy them teaching the youths them, top boy
Right,
and
right.
and gangster films, and there's within these things there's no love. It's not like they have a segment of just pure love. It's just all fuckery. Sorry, apologies. It's all violence.
No,
Now
no, because
you
I ain't
tell
even
me,
watched Top Boy and all that. I don't watch that shit, man. I ain't watch adulthood, kidulthood, your mamahood, none of them, because I know what it is, and it's a type of programming.
100%. Nines, think
Yeah,
about it. Yeah. Each series or each season of this Top Boy thing has at least 13 episodes. Yeah, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of people's time just sat there watching this low vibrational stuff. Now, I ain't saying it's not a reality, of course it is, but why do we always have to focus on that? Why can't we focus on the good that's taking place in our communities? Do you know what I mean? Why is that such an issue where, but obviously people love badness, innit? You get me? And for the longest time, I've realized that before, okay, so we had the era of like the reggae and stuff, and that was more so on, you get me, peace and love. And I don't know what took a turn. Obviously, as you said, like fuck the police, all of those movies started to come out, all of those songs started to come out, the frequency started to change. And yeah. So I agree with the part that you was talking about. Sorry, the chakras. Yeah, I agree with that part. Yeah, go on.
No, I was just gonna add to what you said, because Shabba Ranks was the first £1 million reggae artist, and that's so it changed again.
Okay.
Get me? And Shabba, yeah, man, and it all happened around the same time. You had Shabba, NWA. Do you know what I mean? You were going from, like you were saying, roots and culture music to just dancehall and,
sorry,
you know what I mean? Trailer loader, and fucking, what was it? Because I don't know if I told you the story, but Shabba made me stop listening to reggae. You get me? Yeah,
really?
Yeah, man. Because I'll tell the story. Yeah, because I was in a party one time. Yeah, and as you do, you did our dance and you're drinking, you're doing your thing, and I actually just stopped and clocked the lyric when he goes, one joke, one wash, and then you get me? Open your foot and next man, welcome, X-rated. And I'm like, nah.
That's mad.
I'm like, nah. Seriously, you know, like you have an epiphany kind of moment. It's like, but just stop dance, but stop do everything.
Yeah.
But stop bogle, everything will stop. I'm like, what? Yeah, and then that was me and reggae finish, for a good little long while. And then for hip hop, it was Snoop Dogg that made me stop listening to hip hop. You see what I'm saying to you? Because Snoop had a lyric where he goes, and even till now, that's why I don't even like him. But he had a lyric where he goes, you can suck my dick, and if you're lucky, you can lick my balls. I'm like, is it? Because it's like I'm taking the shit personal, like he's talking to me, like, you get me? I stopped listening to hip hop.
What's mad though, Nines, is that they are, do you know what I mean? Indirectly, directly, whatever. They're talking, you get me, to us. And what it is that it's the exploitation of black people once again. You get me? And we couldn't see it. We couldn't see it. We thought we were just talking our truth and just You don't think slackness was going on in Bob Marley's time? Of course it was. They just didn't speak about it.
No, absolutely. And
you know what I mean? They just didn't glorify it. Yeah.
Absolutely. But bro, that's what I'm trying to say, because that's why when I hear certain Amanda, I'm like, nah, because have you heard of the 2 Live Crew?
Nah.
Might be a bit before your time still, but there was an American group called the 2 Live Crew in it, and like they were like the first ones that started bringing Titty and Batty and all that on to the hip hop scene in terms of videos and that. Do you know what I mean? All that video,
right? Yeah.
All that kind of mad shit. Do you know what I mean? So it was all around the same time. So don't get me wrong. As much as I'm saying all of this, I know that it was also a plan as well. Like I know that there's also external factors involved, but I'm just saying still. Internally, you know what I mean? We'll have to start doing better still. You know, for real. It's even in our homes, isn't it? Like you can be in charge of what your child listens to or this and that. That's a start. You know, because some parents know their youth. Some parents are playing the bullshit in front of their youths, and I definitely agree with what Mambo was saying, because I've even been all dayers, and you see the little girl, they my skin out. I'm like, what the? You get me?
Yeah.
You know, and then at that point, mother's like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, but then for the mothers, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But then, you know, the thing is, though, that's a whole different argument we're going into again, still, Chevelle. You know what I mean? Because one point that I want to make and keep reiterating is this: you see, once you have a picnic, that's your life kind of done, you know. Yeah, the child has to become the
100%.
priority.
Yeah.
So what do I mean? Yeah, hold on, right? Hold on a second, Shiva. One talk.
Yeah, no. No, I hear what Nines is saying. For sure. What was he asking? Every knife crime is not for the same reasons, and there is there isn't one solution. But do you know what I do feel though, Unks, is like, I don't know, bruv. Like, some of them for just get locked up, just scrape them up. I think Nines was saying this earlier. Scrape up all the youths, bruv, and send them somewhere, blood. You get me? Not saying it won't happen there as well, but I'd say the new set of youths, them probably wouldn't, we'd have an opportunity to kind of stop that process from continuing.
Say that again, Chefs. Sorry, I missed that
No,
last bit. Say that.
I was agreeing with you, and I said that scrape them up and send them somewhere, and maybe the new set of youths, them, you get me, the new generation, we can start there. But I don't know how we're gonna stop this, because Beefy said every knife crime is not for the same reasons, and there is no one solution. Bruv, I don't know what to say to that. Like, and you've got a point, Unks. You get me? I don't know what we can do with that still. I don't know how we can
Well,
break this.
yeah, I mean, I agree. There's not one solution still, but I do believe that there are some solutions that we can enact in it. But like I'm saying in my title, in it, are the man then really ready to have certain conversations in it? Because like I've said, Chefs, yeah, what we keep hearing is that a woman can't raise a man or a boy and all of these type of things. So
Yes.
yeah. So that's
Yes,
cool.
and we're consistently criticized about how we bring up these young boys, but at the same time, nobody's talking about the fathers that's left the yard. You've actively chosen. You said, you know what, I'm going to stay away, and I can't lie. Some of the women are wrong, because part of the reason why the man them stay away is because we're stressed. We are headache. You understand? And you're putting man them through stress. They already got stress outside to deal with, and then when they come home, they got to deal with that. And so with I don't know, with man them mindset, they're like, you know what, rather fuck this off. When the youth's old enough, he can come find me. Bro, the work's already been done by then. When he come to find you, do you understand?
So
He's got
Chefs,
a mindset, yeah,
that sorry, babe, sorry. So that you see what you just said, that last bit there, right?
yeah,
That is actively the mindset of some fathers, whereby
100%.
mud.
100%. I've heard it so many times. But when you're dealing with a girl, yeah, some man just think, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'd rather just not deal with it.
See,
But they're not
I ain't
looking.
got no problem
Yeah,
with you not dealing with the girl. That's calm, innit? You think she's stressed, whatever. My thing is, what you're saying is that they're gonna go away and then wait till the youth gets bigger, then make a reappearance and take it from there, right?
yeah.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. Are the man then really ready to have a conversation? Because that's foolishness.
Sorry.
That is literal foolishness. That's abandonment.
Yeah,
Yeah, because whether you and the girl are in something or not, whether you left or she left you or whatever, the child should always remain the priority. This is the priority.
yeah,
And if being taught that from a youth, that when you get to be a big man as a father, you need to be doing this, and this, enough man won't be able to make them kind of move there. This is why I say, Chappelle, like, that's why I ask questions to certain man. When you look in the mirror, what gives you your worth to say you're a fucking man? Because for me, yeah, if you ain't minding your pitney them, you're not a man, you know.
no, 100.
If you not mind your pitney them, you're not name no type of man, you know.
But you know what it
None.
is, and this is the thing, yeah, guys. I slightly understand their plight in it. And what I mean by that is, you've got a lot of spiteful women out here, blood. You understand? And there's no way, shape, or form to blame women, but we do have to take accountability for some of what we keep up with. There's a lot of men that have tried to be in their children's lives, and you've got these women that are actively being spiteful and wicked and bad mind, and this is why they'd end up saying things, or they will end up sticking to what they're saying, which is I'd rather not deal with it now. But when a man grow
Right.
up, he can
Okay.
come find me.
Right.
But my
So
thing
you
is,
know,
yeah,
even that, is
do you
that an
ever think?
exception?
Do you ever think if my
Mm.
mum did? No, it's not accepted. It shouldn't be.
No,
If my mum ever
not
did that,
accepted. Is that an
oh
exception or a rule? Was what I was gonna ask, Chev, in
no,
thingy
I
bobby, that
I
sort of
understand.
situation.
Nah, I understand it, but I say keep fighting. Yeah, because
But
just
what I'm
like how
asking you, are enough gal doing that, or just some gal? Is
oh
it most of the gal that do it? That type of vibration, or a lesser
okay.
amount? You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Uh,
asking.
I wouldn't say most women. No, no.
Okay, it's just
I
some
wouldn't, I
more.
wouldn't, I
Okay,
wouldn't. Yeah, I would say some, and a lot of the man them they bring up the some to prove their point. You understand? But it's
exactly.
not a lot
Right,
of
right,
yeah. Of course, it's not. Then you get
right,
me.
right, right.
Sorry.
So
Yeah,
the women
no.
that are stressed, the women that that the man them say are stressful, yeah, or causing them
Yeah.
stress or whatever, yeah, and as
They
such they
should have
feel it's.
thought about that before they lay down with the woman and breed. Yeah? Just like how they want to be
But
telling
what?
us, oh yeah, be mindful who
I
you sleep
agree.
with, ladies, and da 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 da. Man, them have to
I
start
agree.
doing the same thing. You gotta start
I
taking
agree.
accountability for your own actions. That you know what, you did see a red flag there, but you decided not to look into it, and you decided to ignore that red flag. Now you've got issues with a baby mom that is being hella spiteful for what reason we don't know. Do you understand? But it's up to the man them just as much as it's up to the women them to pick wisely. Don't get me wrong, people change, innit? People do change, yeah. But again, we're not taking enough time. How is it that you can be with someone and within 6 months you're pregnant for them?
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Like we need to, yeah, we need to do more, man. We need to do more, man.
Agreed.
And this one bag of fighting between woman and man, and this diversity between there's no oneness. You know, we're always got something to say about the man them, and the man them always, well, nowadays the man them definitely have something to say about women. Is consistent amongst the YouTube. You know, every other fucking video it's a woman being hated on, or you're bashing a woman. Now don't get me wrong, we used to do that to them, nines. You get me, a lot. We used to, every time you walk into a house and there's women like the matriarchal type of setup where it's all aunties, or there's not really no uncles or no men around. That's all you're hearing. Man ain't this and man ain't that and da 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 da. And you get me? But whereas now we've got the internet, and I would say the man them are ruling the internet now, you're gonna hear way more rhetoric of, yeah, women are this, women are that. They're low value, they're this, they're that, they're not valuable. And if you're telling these youths that women aren't valuable, hence why we've got a stabbing of a 15-year-old girl getting stabbed for nothing. Because
Exactly.
her life ain't valued. She's
Exactly.
low value. So therefore, you get me? You can just take
And
a girl's
an
life.
increase in domestic violence amongst young people.
Yeah. Like it's a
Like
normal thing now to just get lit
exactly,
down.
exactly, which is crazy.
Can you imagine our fathers' lines, like when we were like growing up in like, you know, teenage years, and he's hearing that we're getting licked down by man? Are you okay? You're right. He's coming to find that boy, and he's coming to brock him up.
But
But again,
also
you've got
as a woman, I'm not accepting it as well. You know what I mean? And that's where that self love and self worth comes from, man. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, nah, and that's
No,
nah.
you're not accepting it. But remember what I said, Nines, yeah? That's because you know you're aware of self, right? You
No, I hear
understand?
you, Bab. I hear you,
You
and that's
know,
why I always
it's
stress
the
to the.
ones them that aren't aware of their self-value and their lot. They don't know what that thing is. They don't, you know, you say what's your self-worth? They can't even tell you. You understand?
No,
And
I hear
yeah,
you, and I think that
sad.
goes to again, that goes to some greater greater problems and issues in it, because really and truly, like, we know why certain girls are even moving a certain way, and then then there's other layers to that as well, because certain girls that are moving a certain way, they're doing that because they've basically been violated from very early, and
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
sets something in motion. And
yeah.
do you understand what I'm saying to you? And that's what I'm saying. It's so layered, But
It is
oh my
layered. It
god,
is layered. As you said, yeah. Like with that whole situation where it's in it's like it's in them now because they've been violated from young. That is a major issue. That's
major.
a major issue. Like, this is within our communities. You got uncles troubling their nieces or or their own children. Like, can we address that? Do you know what I mean? You've got fathers
Well,
troubling
see,
their kids.
yep, yep. Well, you see, and this is why I'm saying, yeah, we need to get to a snitching kind of situation, yeah, because
Yeah,
a
when it
lot of
yeah,
this shit is kept under because of this whole no snitching and all this sweeping under the carpet and all this type of bollocks. You see what I'm saying
yeah,
to you?
yeah,
Because, bro, if anything like that's going on for me or my people, I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking.
yeah.
Yeah, but obviously, I know
As we should.
because enough people know it's a go on, my girl,
And
and they're
they're
not
not holding their
saying
brethren
nothing.
accountable. This is what I'm saying.
Exactly,
How is it, yeah? How is it
exactly,
that there's a rumor going around about your brethren and you ain't sat
exactly,
him down and told and asked him what the fuck is going on? Huh?
exactly,
How is it that
exactly,
you're not the person that's holding him by his neck back and bringing him to the police yourself?
exactly,
Listen,
exactly,
it's past that. It's past that now. Like, and this is what on Sunday Princess was saying is that the man them need to start holding their brethrens, their man them accountable.
exactly.
Yeah, why do we need Afua Rose to talk about the women that have gone through bare things as if to say that they don't know already what's been going on? You lot don't
Exactly,
know already.
exactly, exactly.
You get
Talk
me?
the thing, man.
If we had the top dons them addressing the man them outside of the schools, troubling the pitney them outside of school, you're a big blood clot, man. What are you doing outside of a school? If you ain't there to pick up a child that is yours or
Legit.
related to you, what the fuck are you doing outside the school? And I do apologize for the swearing, but this is how I get when I'm
No, man.
passionate.
Talk the thing, man.
Yeah?
With facts, man.
What you get me? Like that generation
Facts.
there was a what list generation when it comes to some things like that. I can't lie. I can't lie. And it breeded so many fucked up women, you know?
Facts.
And so
Facts.
it was just a cycle of okay, women see man as dogs and da 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 da. But then these same women are bringing up boy children. They're bringing up boy child like a whole son, a whole man. But you hate men. Why do you hate men? Because you was violated. You understand? But you come to grow a son, and now he hates himself. He hates anybody that looks like him. He might not even realize that. He hates you as his mum. You don't even know that it's that deep.
Now,
You get
Chev,
me?
that bit
Yeah.
there, so yeah, I wanna drill that. When you just said he might hate you as his mum, it might be that deep, right? Because I think again, you're just hitting some salient points. What makes you say that bit there?
Because of how some of these women speak to their sons.
Okay,
You get me? They make them pay for the things
right,
that their fathers did, and that's not fair. You
right,
can't be telling your son
right,
that, oh, you're worthless. You're just like your dad. Da, da, da.
right,
But you
right. Yeah,
slept with
yeah,
that man, though. You slept with that man. So
yep,
wasn't
yep,
you
yep,
worthless
yep,
for sleeping with that man? You understand? And
yep,
now the
yep.
sons them growing up hating themselves, hating their mum. It's like this complex because they don't entirely hate their mum. They love their mum. They know that their mum went through hell and high water in order to raise them. Yeah, but they had to live through that day in day out. Anytime that the boy would do anything wrong, you're quick to cuss him instead of teach him.
Mhm.
You understand?
Right.
So I feel like that's a lot of, you get me? It's just some mad cycle, y'all. It's some vicious cycle, man. You get me? Because everybody is entitled. Everybody's entitled to feel how they want to feel. But this is where things need to get better, in a sense of we need to start taking accountability for our own actions and stop taking things so personal. Like this is a wider issue now. Do you know what I'm saying? And if someone has something to say about this, that, don't be quick to wanna shut it down. Sometimes be open to what someone has to say. You get me? And then we can have a conversation. And what I feel like also what we need to start doing is bringing the youths them into these conversations and asking them how they're feeling and why is it that they feel the need to do what they do. Because I feel like once we understand them, then we can start making changes to fit what a better environment would look like for them. Because if we actively ask them and they actively tell us, we ain't got no excuse now.
So do you not believe that those sort of conversations are being had then, sis?
Not on a wider platform, no. I feel like the youths them that are privy to, you know, to having people care about them, yes, those conversations are happening. But for those that don't have that, then no, they're not being asked what is it that they want in life and how can I help you to get there. Do you know what I mean? Because yeah, okay, it boils down to money. A lot of these youths on road, them want money, them want lifestyle, da. But if we teach them ways of how to get that lifestyle, other than the road life, you know, then yeah. But also we do have to look at the fact that this generation is like no other generation before, in a sense where they just love badness, they want to be on badness. And sometimes there's nothing we can do to take them off badness, regardless of what we do. But the ones that do want to listen and the ones that do want to tell us what they need from us, yeah, I feel like, you know, like when we're holding big conferences talking about whether or not we should shut down Carnival or not, invite a bag of youths, bring them, let's have a conference with them and ask them what the fuck they want. Because we're able to do a conference about a blood clot carnival for 2 days. Don't get me wrong, that was a lit conference. But I'm just saying, if we could do that for our community, you get me, and invite these youths down, yeah, whether they're ballied up or not, and ask them, what is it you want? Because you lot are just out here killing each other, like, for no reason. So, I don't know. But yeah, that's a suggestion. You know, if I could do that, I think I'd need links for something like that. But if anybody's got links for something like that, shout me, man. Because I'd definitely be the host of that, you know? And I'd invite a lot of people down so that we can, you know, people that can actively make change in the community for the youths them. Yeah. So thanks, Stu Brunt. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So again, very interesting points being made. So what I wanted to say is, yeah, again, right, I have to reiterate about the good suffering for the bad, yeah, because I still believe, yeah, that most children are doing well, chefs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I do believe that, and unfortunately, the good stories don't get highlighted, they don't get promoted, this, that, and the other, because you know it doesn't sell pay. You know what I mean? It's not glorious enough.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This, that, and the other. You see what I'm saying to you? Because when I speak to my people, and we are all right. You know what I'm saying to you? Our children are all right. This, that, and the other. But obviously, we can see what going on in it. But like in my circle, all the pit of them are on smash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? But I'm only saying that to say that I still believe that for the most part that we are actually doing well, but the good suffer for the bad.
It's just not being highlighted, as you said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But politically, at the same time, though, it's not for them to highlight our greatness in it. Like, because at the
Yeah,
end
it's
of the
for
day,
us.
they're still the enemy in it. They still see it. You know what I mean? Whatever in it. That's what I'm saying. In this particular conversation, and maybe the ones going forward, I don't even want to speak about the external enemy too tough. I want to deal with the internal thing, what we are
The
dealing with now,
internal,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah. We got code in there, like, you know what I mean? That's why it's giving you enough big ups, Car. I just dissing one talk about him, no idea about nothing else. You get me? Except what's going on in the home and this, that, never. And I appreciate that. And I suppose one of my, not problems, but was that, yeah, you know what I mean? I think maybe not that I saw through, but foundation is key, Chev. You see what I'm saying to you? You get me? So your foundation
Yeah.
shapes you, and because mine was set a certain way, you know, but I have to forget about that and whatever. But yeah, I'm just talking to code as well in
No,
that regard.
100%, 100%, 110%. I feel like that's why a lot of us are where we are now because of our foundation, you know.
Exactly.
And there is a lot of black excellence going on, as you
A
mentioned
lot.
before.
Yeah, man.
It's just, as you said, it's just not being highlighted. But again, if we had these conferences, we'd be able to have our own ceremonies and find out, you know, who's doing what and who's doing well. And so we're not just talking about the badness, but instead of us glorifying the badness, we're glorifying the good within our community and letting them know, listen, you lot are great, you know, because despite all the odds, you lot are still doing well. Let them feel valued. And I feel like
Absolutely.
if you
Absolutely.
reward good
Absolutely.
behavior, people will continue to do good behavior because it's being rewarded.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, these things like that start in the home.
In the home, yeah.
Yeah. Things like that start in the home. But
But do
absolutely,
you
man.
think parenting classes would help some of these parents? And I don't mean parenting classes like
No,
the
no, I
normal
hear
ones.
you.
I
And
mean,
the answer is
yeah,
yes. Basically,
okay,
the short and quick answer to that for me is yes.
yeah,
Because like we've already sort of established, not everyone has got the same tools. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like say for example, I mean it might not even be a good example, but yeah, I'm saying not everyone's got. So for me, yeah, like I always say, yeah, I think a good time for a woman to have a child, right, is 30 and upwards, yeah. Not physically, because I know everyone's saying, yeah, but yeah. So obviously, physically, we know it's better when you're younger and all the rest of it. But that's physical. But in
Yeah,
terms of like mind, body, and soul, yeah, I think it's better that you raise.
100%. We're more aligned by then.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Because, like you were saying, there was a time where a lot of children had children in it. So right now, you've got a situation where you can have a 16-year-old, her mum's 30,
yeah.
31, 32, the granny might be 40. You know what I'm saying to you?
Uh-huh.
And there's not much knowledge, experience, or thingy bobby in between those three generations. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
also problematic because you're not really passing nothing on.
Nah, because we're raising children are raising children. So
Right.
you get me? So
Biblical to
the, the
absolutely.
childlike the childlike mentality that they had at 16 and maybe even to 25, you know, and by that time they use what, like 10 by then, or 11, just going into secondary school. You get me? And from 16 to 25, she had to raise this youth by herself. She was a youth. He's also a youth going into secondary school, but his foundation has
Facts.
already been set. How he
Facts.
thinks has already been set, you know. But listen, guys, I gotta get going, man. I need to go cook a food still. I got work later, so I got to work on that. But I'll be listening
Yeah,
in
man,
though.
bless yourself.
Bless up yourself, sister in love.
Most of Oh shit. Oh.
All right. Oh dear. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Mic check, mic check. Right, I see Code said, but most of our grandparents were teenagers. Yeah, but they were teenagers. It's different, man. I don't think you can compare that time and this time, to be fair. But I hear you in that regard still. Then you could go back. Yeah. I hear you, but yeah. So, hold on a sec. All right, give me 1 second, family. Right, sorry about that. All right. So yeah, man. So like I'm saying in it, but are the man then really ready to have serious conversations? Because as much as I do believe it could be argued, and there's certain things that are quote unquote community issues, this, that, and the other. I think in terms of the young, and you know what, Chefs as well. Give thanks for that last reasoning there. And I guess it kind of sort of plays in with a little bit with what Brother Cowler spoke about in terms of his whole Roman Greco theory and that. Yeah. Because I've often wondered, yeah. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah. What she said, yeah, it's kind of, that's how I've often thought, well, how can the little boy then really start to hate their mother, especially if she's a single mother and she's the one that's really out there battling. But like Chef said, still, if he's being, which, and I know it happens, to be fair, so I'm not going to be naive in that regard still. So again, ladies, maybe that's a point to note down. Make sure that you're not guilty of such things if you are in such a situation. Do you know what I mean? I.e., where the relationship breaks down with your the child's father, etc., and you basically take it out on the child. And to be fair, I know them team there till go on from a long time still, so I think that is actually a fair point. You know what I mean? Because the child could definitely be. I remember, the one I remember, the talk was, "Oh, you look like your father," you know them ones, and obviously these things were only said to the child in bad situations. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I guess, in that regard, the negative connotations regarding his father will always come out. But yeah, I hear that still. And that's what I'm saying. You know, clearly before, and this I think is one of the things that Cody's definitely ramming down my throat. But you know what I mean, and I get it still. But you know what I mean, as much. But I will say as much as my man will say before. I'll say as much as I'll say. Do you know what I mean? And I've said it from the in my show that we've got the external forces still. 100% the internal ones have to be dealt with. That's 100%. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that still in that regard. And some interesting points being made. I mean, boys, I know we know Rome weren't built in a day.
we always say to go for the youth then, because if a youth's of a certain age, you know what I mean, he's done gone already. I don't know, man. But again, I'm saying I want to hear more of the men having these conversations and having some sort of solution. I'll be honest, because again, you hear say once a boy gets to a certain age, they don't even listen to their mothers anyway. Do you know what I mean? So to me, seemingly all roads, no, let me say all, but a lot of the roads point to and this thing about waiting for them to get, yeah, I know there's a lot of that going on as well, man. So I don't know. But girls, ladies, who know who you're lying down with, if you know they're not good baby father material, potentially don't lie down with them at all, not even for that night. You know what I mean? Because remember, for me, can't fuck, you can breed. Doesn't matter what's being used, protection, the pill, this, that, and the other. If God says, I saw it, I go, go. I saw it, I go, go. So, and remember, you'll always inevitably be the one left holding the babies, ladies. So, you've got to make these decisions. And if at first it doesn't work out, then don't go back again. You know what I mean? Like if he was a waste man with the first child, the likelihood he's going to be a waste man for the second child. So why are you making a second and third child with the same man? So right there, so no, your fault that still. Because obviously, as a man, they ain't even got the discipline to say no to the nanny. You know? Even knowing, saying, can't afford no pitney, this, that, and the other. So unfortunately, ladies, it's going to have to come down to ourselves to make that decision. Amen. And that's why I was asking Chevs if she thinks that some ladies are strong enough, and she said nah, because of the lack of self-love and self-worth and this, that, and the other. And I understand what she's saying in terms of it then becoming a real vicious cycle, But we've got to start somewhere, man. And it's not only fans. It's water, man. Right. Anyway, family, I only came to do a quick one still, man, because I've got I've actually got some things to do. But I want to know if the man then want to have the are they willing to have the conversations to pattern up the youth, or is it a wrap? And we just keep it moving, and like I said, we try to go into the business of funeral parlors and flower arranging and that, and just make money from the pain and suffering. What's this? It was always the case where children raise children, but the culture has changed. My mum used to say, "Don't let me turn my breast to the sun." Took me a while to figure it out, but when I did, I feel respecting my mum. My mum also said, all right, I'm hearing what you're saying, EIE, and I'm just thinking still. I don't know. I hear you. I don't know if that was exclusively like that, but I hear you still. That was definitely in some situations. But those were, it was different times as well, man. Like, it was different times, man. You'll talk about times where girls didn't really go to school, or they left very early to become this and that and this and that. So, I hear you, but I wouldn't really try to compare it to these times, to be fair, man. But I hear you still. But yeah, man. We'll be back. But yeah, I want to know if I mean, yeah, big up Rambo for jumping on as well. Still, you know, and yeah, we'll do this again. But like I said, I'm not coming to Tower too long today. Still, yeah, things I do. But yeah, man, you know, I would love to hear that there's more. Anyway, I want an 18-minute, basically. That's what I want. And I'd pay for that. I'd pay dues for that. I'd pay for that, man. An 18, yeah? Made up of ex-soldiers, I don't know, ex-bad man, whatever. But just people that ain't scared of these little roadman and this and that. And, you know what I mean? Are willing to put in the work and this and that to try to make a change. Because that's the only way I see it. You gotta clean off the cockroaches, them. Clean them off. You know what I mean? Who ain't going jail, you know what I mean? Who ain't going jail? But yeah, you can't have them. Well, I mean, I go away enough, my boy, but let me hear what you got to say, but I'll go away still. But yeah, man. We need our own fucking Alcatraz or something, man. Just drop them in there and just, I don't know, take food every couple of weeks, man. Oh, sugar. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I do agree with this statement, EIE, to be fair. I definitely agree with that's why I'm saying that generally I don't think certain things are as bad as they seem or how they're reported or how they look, because I do think for the most part, you know, everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. But I just think that when we do have these negative situations, such as this one that we're talking about in Brixton and the one, you know, unfortunate one last Thursday in Croydon, they do basically supersede all the good stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying to you that's taking place, especially in the reporting? And again, I think we've got to be really careful because, like I'm saying, there's a lot of youth out there doing really, really well. And if we're not careful by not reporting on them and bigging them up and this and that, you know what I mean? You could have good girl to bad kind of situations, man. So no, I agree with that. If you had, I agree with that still. I do agree with that as well. Yeah, I do agree with that still. Well, that's the thing. This situation is so multi-layered. You know what I mean? Multi-nuanced, and you know, like people have said, it's definitely not a one size fits all. You get me? But we've got to start somewhere, which really is the home. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So first thing, every man and woman is supposed to make sure that their home is patterned. Do you know what I mean? Whether you as a parent live there or not. Do you know what I mean? Because I know there's situations where that you might have a man that's the main carer, this, that, and the other. Cool. Then as the female, pattern up. You see me? Because at the end of the day, breakdown in relationships, this and that, yeah. Although unfortunate, that happens, innit? But you can still co-parent a child, innit, without being together and things like that. Yeah, because I'm sure really what the child needs is just that both, you know what I mean? Both have set a good standard and maintain that, this, that, and the other. You see what I'm saying to you? So this thing of men not seeing their children and all that, I can't work with that, man. Although again, I hear Shez when she's saying like some women are wicked and that, and then I'm at and I hear all of that, and I think Sue just come on here, and apparently the last demonstration he went to or whatever was Fathers for Justice and all this type of stuff. So clearly these kind of things do go on where, but listen, dance a yard before you dance abroad, yeah. That's first and foremost, i.e. make sure your yard is patterned as best it can be. That's a definite. Do you know what I mean? As mothers and fathers, make sure that we are doing our best when it comes to our children. That's both emotionally, financially, educationally, and all the other E's. Yeah. If your youths of a certain age, you're supposed to know where they are and things like that. There's certain children that are on the road at a certain time of night. They should not be on the road. Where are they now? I guess this is potentially where it comes in when the sis was talking about double shifts and all of them things there. And the thing is, again, these are not new things, man, because latchkey children and things like that are nothing new. You get me? But I guess, like they've said in the chat, the culture has changed that surrounds it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. And do we want more stop and searches? Should we be complaining about stopping and searching? Should we be complaining about racial profiling in stopping and searching? Or should we just let that go because we may think that, what? So what do we think about stop and search? Basically the question I'm asking. Do you think it's effective? Do you think that there should be more police presence in areas that are more crime ridden or that are more gang affiliated, etc., etc.? Do you think there should be more police activity? As a community, should we be going to the police? And because remember, once upon a time, there was definitely more what they call bobbies on the beat and all this type of thing in it. And them time they used to be called like community policing and all these type of things. Do you think that we need to be going back to that kind of thing where you knew your local police officer, this and that and the other? Because when I was growing up, we knew our local police officer and all that. I don't know if it made a difference, but I'm just saying we knew him. And they definitely used to come into schools and that. Again, not sure if it made a difference. But, and how long is it going to be until they ask for the police to be armed again, like all police? Police and thieves in the street. Stop and search has been proven null and void. It just doesn't work. Okay, you don't think it works. Fair enough. I'm not gonna lie though, EIE, I've seen certain videos where the police have stopped some youths and the type of things that they're pulling from the youth's bedroom. I tell you, I'm very glad to the popo find them and not tell no lie bedroom. Because there's some youths out here, what they're rolling with is as tall as them. It's as tall as them. So I don't know, man. Hold on, what's this? And the thing is, though, you know what I mean? The internet is a wash of all types of different children just acting mad, innit? So, again, I don't want to... Hold on a sec. Don't want to... Snips.
What's up, man?
Yo, well, go on, man.
Yeah. I couldn't leave you there alone, man. It was right. No one didn't wanna.
No, it's not even that, because like I said, I've done a bit of a marathon, but I'm glad you jumped on in a way because you're perfect. Yeah. Like you're probably the one to end it with still because going back to the conversations that we've been having these last couple of times when you dashed me off panel, muted me and all them thing there. Pause. Yeah. But
yeah, go on.
Yeah. All right, we'll brush over that. But all right then. So one of the things you remember you were saying that the strangulation in the hair shop wasn't worthy.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, yeah, cool.
Yes.
Now we've had, and you're saying that situation, you know, obviously what's happened in Cold Harbor Lane yesterday, right? Obviously another
Right.
stabbing, yeah.
Yes.
Of which I agree, which you're saying this is more applicable, right? Cool.
That's priority. Yeah.
Yep, I've got no problem with that. So now, what I want to hear now is the practical, what we should, because I'm ready to do it, bros. You see what I'm saying to you? But what I'm asking you is, what practically can we do? Like, what, you get me? What practically? Because I'm saying, I don't, when you lot was talking about it last week, I was thinking, well, I was trying to think, well, what can I do? Like, what does it look like to go and, you know what I mean? For something like this, what do you do? Like, the parents obviously going to be all grieving.
Right.
They're going to have, you know, whoever around them. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Cold Harbor Lane's probably, I don't know, it's open back now. You might go there, light a candle, whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else? Because one of the things I want to know is someone knows who that cunt is.
That's facts.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is, Michael, where I want to see the action is where big Bertie mandem like you, this is where it has to come in.
Right.
Because what is lacking is fear as well, right? Because what I'm hearing from Rambo and a couple of other mandem is like, well, the youth them don't fear the bigger mandem, that some of the bigger mandem fear the youth them. So I'm like, well, it's a wrap then. If that's what it is, then what's all the chattings about?
I definitely agree. Parents, I made the point so many times, like, why are we scared of our children, the children we brought into the world?
Right.
And I think it's not, there is fear, right? Because of what we call stereotyping in our society, right? Young youths are running around with zombie knives and some, but not all.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of the thing is that economically, parents have to work. So the time they spend around their children and teenagers and is quite minimal.
Right.
In a day, in a week. You got what I'm saying? We're relying on other industries or thing to take care of our children sometimes. You know what I mean? Like the education system and all of that.
And I do agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there.
You know them
in that regard.
Yeah. So I find it's a sticky one now, and obviously it starts at home. You know, you can't do anything outside of your home and your environment, really. Do you get what I'm saying? It's, I mean, even gang, we did a lot, but we did very little. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying still, and we don't, because really I think the most important thing about gang was really awakening a vibration and getting people to really
awaken the mindset of what's going on.
And I agree with that, and that's to be an everyday thing. But Sniper, I'm telling you, Feminist 9 in the building, I am definitely I'm definitely shoving this to the mandem, because like I said before in my show, we're constantly told that women can't raise boys. You see what I'm saying to you, constantly told that, calm, no problem. Then if that is the case, then the mandem have to step up then, bro, because
most def.
I'm speaking to Chev, and Chev says, like, talk about certain little situations where the gal them are acting in such a way where the mandem are just like, you know what, fuck this, I'll come back when the youth's bigger, type of thing. And I get that. I get that. However, the problem is that it could be argued, whilst that man's taking a hiatus because he can't take the gal that he laid down and met pitting with in the first place, but now all of a sudden he can't take her. You get me? The youth's going on a mad one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Now
there
apparently
are situations like that, but I feel that more often than not, it's not that case. You know what I mean? The parents are separated. The children can't see or don't have access to the father until a certain age group. He's not allowed around the house or whatever, or he finds it that it's a madness to come around there. New boyfriend, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the parameters the B-mum sets. You know what I mean?
So you see with that there, Matthew, are you saying, because like I'm saying, in my circles, it's the gospel. I got to be real. And like EIE said, if you well, you know, if you lay with dog, you rise with fleas, innit? So I'm not them box no dog. Especially by this age, you know what I mean? You've weeded out all the fuckers and you're only supposed to have decent people around you. You get me? Because we're big people now, innit? So like you're a youth and you're in amongst everything, and you know what I'm saying to you? All right then, cool. So what I'm asking you then, in your experience or what you know, are there a lot of women that are using their children as weapons against their ex-partners and all this? Is there a lot of this going on?
A lot, very a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't say necessarily used as a weapon, but definitely the access is restricted.
Really?
You got what I'm saying? On one side, it's just like, rah, where's your baby father? He's a waste man. But in reality, when we break down the story, you know what I mean? Because you got to understand that out here trying to find a relationship, most likely or not, the person has children.
Right.
We're in that day and age now. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's always
So
a story.
are you saying that, sorry to cut you here, are you saying that a woman will meet a new guy?
Yeah.
And then because of this new relationship, how does that impact? Wouldn't she then want the father of the child to see you even more than as there's a new guy?
You would assume so. You would assume so. And it's the opposite is the case. It's just like, what? No, I've even said to my baby mother years ago, like certain times, don't you want to like go out and spend the weekend with your boyfriend and just give me my youths, man. Walk on. Yeah. Every excuse under the sun not to send them to me. You know what I mean? Like it was just excuse after they're going away to the family or it's like, bro, but you know it's my weekend. I'm supposed to have my youths. Like, walk on. You know what I mean? And then sitting there poisoning or saying certain things to them, which we assume, sometimes we think, nah, she would never do that. Do you get what I'm saying? But then when you get around your kids again, you start hearing these things, you know what I mean? Where you're trying to be like amicable and respectful. Oh, how's your mom? And all of that. And she's just talking foulness on the other side. And that can be emotionally scarring for the children as well.
No, I hear you, because Chevelle definitely sort of gave the scenario, where you could have the dad's gone, and the mum's just bad mouthing the dad to the youth. And then that's a vicious cycle. And I can appreciate that still. To be fair,
I mean,
like
I've had my kids have had hate, for example, because they look like me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say. I've heard of them ones.
Nah, you can't. Is that true? And I know it to be true. I know it's not every woman. Do you get what I'm saying? I never tarnish anyone with the same brush. I just look at my experiences and the experiences of people around me.
I hear that still, man. And like I said in it, I've but because my thing's patterned a certain way, and within my thing and the gossip, but at the same time, we have to understand that outside of that, it's a whole new world, as it were, kind of thing. What was I gonna say? But yeah, definitely in terms of even growing up, I used to hear them ones about, God, you look like your father, and then from there, so it could be about what I was gonna say to that though is, ladies, this is just for the ladies. If and when a time comes when you are pregnant, you get me, try your best. Don't have no argument with your baby father or your partner or your husband. Do you know what I mean? It's really important to have as stress-free pregnancy as possible. Do you know what I mean? But most importantly, don't take on no stress from the man, because you know what's going to happen? Your child's going to look like you're a man.
Is that true? That I heard about something like that. Was it not love? I thought it was love. If you love the person, that child will look like the person.
No, man, you can love them, man. Of course, you're supposed to love them, man. If you haven't picnic with them, you're supposed to love them, yes. But I'm saying, just in that sort of 9-month gestation period, trying to have no tongue and teeth,
no stress. Yeah. Definitely.
Trying to hug, even if he's good, just try your best, my girl. Make it go over your head top. You get me? Find a way, just in that, just for those 9 months, man. If after you deliver, baby, I forgot body and blood cleat, then do that. But just for them, my 9 months, me for tell you, man, because that's when, man, they come out. Yeah,
you're right. Because we're losing a lot of that. We're losing a lot of that because a lot of people are not even waiting till the youth's born before they split up. It's just crazy. Like, what's going on? Why did you even bother?
No, That is definitely very crazy. You know what I mean?
I know
That is
bare youths who were born and the dad wasn't around, and I'm with the mum, and the child's like 6 months old or something. You know what I mean? And I'm like, rah, where's the pups? Ah, you don't want to know. Yeah.
Well,
and then we're
at
driving
that
along.
point, I'm putting the thing on the lady still. That's what I was saying before.
Yeah.
As a woman, you need to know who you're lying down with, innit? You get
Mm.
me? And from your lie down, you can breed, innit? So just know anything you fuck, you can breed for. Is this a suitable baby father if things go wrong, innit? If things go wrong and I want to have this child, will this man be there to support this, that, blah, blah, blah? If the answer is no, 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 then not even a one night stand, not to mention a little quickie. Like, allow it. You know what I mean? Because there's too much hungry girl. Like, I don't know why there's too much hungry girl out here for say, like, why are you not so thirsty and hungry? Like, what's going on? Yeah, go and look a job. Go and look some education. This is the time. This is the best time for women right now. Go and look something for yourselves, man. Yeah? Like, stop making men be your fucking, like your ticket to whatever. Like, allow that, man. That's foolishness, man. Like, stop that, ladies.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That
I feel it stems from home again. Like if a young woman, doesn't have a father figure in her life, it's going to be more detrimental. It seems in both cases, like men need to definitely have an input when it comes to their sons, right? Or the most input, but also with their daughters, because both ways, you know what I mean? So basically, you just need both parents, no matter what sex of the child it is. You need both of them, at least input.
No,
that don't have to be in the house, but he can be around, like at the end of the phone, or do you get what I'm saying? Play days and whatever, come and collect him and thing, and see that mom and dad are amicable. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what we have to do nowadays. You know what I mean? We have to come to some form of reason. You might hate the person now, thinking, "Wow, why did I have use with this person?" But people change. Experiences mold people as well.
People do change. I couldn't agree more. People change. People grow. People grow out. People grow in. You see what I'm saying to you? But like I'm saying to the females, you, in any instance, you're primarily going to be the one holding the baby. You see what I'm saying to you? Whether you call it off, he calls it off, whatever. Because most women ain't going to let a man take their child unless you're kind of whatless. You see what I'm saying to you? No disrespect. You get me? But no man ain't taking my youth. Hello. You see what I'm saying to you? But but as ladies now, you definitely, because I was saying to Chevelle, like, I'm not really gonna rate a girl that's having a child when you know this man's got 4 baby mothers already. Like, at this point, you're a dickhead. I don't hear nothing. You know what I mean? So that's accountability. You get me? When we're talking about just the internal thingy, Bobby, you know what I mean? And not to be so hungry, like why? Because why? Yeah, and don't think that you can have a child and catch a man female. So if you're doing that, stop that shit. Yeah, if he doesn't want you without a child, he definitely don't want you with a child. Like, allow that, man. That foolishness.
That's true. The honey trap, or the trap of keeping him because you're pregnant. You know what I mean? Oh, babes, I'm pregnant. And what? You know what I'm saying? And then you find out the parameters of your relationship. You shouldn't be like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, foolishness that. And ladies, you might not even want to hear what that man's going to tell you to do with that you know. So the best thing is just don't even get pregnant. You get me? Because pitney no world on no man again.
Yeah.
That's facts. Not them boy, not them man. They don't care. They don't care, man. They're no business, man. Yeah, they will go on TikTok and tell you I don't care. Yeah, and make money off of telling.
I feel
money off of telling the nation said them the care, say you're pitney of it. I remember I used to see these videos that people used to make of their child and saying shit like, don't worry, in years to come, your daddy's gonna wish that he and all this. I'm like, oh, baby, stop this, man. Stop it. But yeah, that's for the ladies still, because at the end of the day, it takes two for real. But you can say no as well, ladies, you know, because he ain't never gonna say no. You can say no. Yeah.
But there's a point, EIE, that Hitler, we don't know who Hitler's dad is. Yeah. We don't know who Hitler's dad is. I don't know about King Leopold. He probably, he's a king, innit? So his father was the king before or something. But with Hitler, nah, Adolf Hitler, they don't know who his dad is. You know what I'm saying? It's a mystery. Yeah. Some say it's Ronald Rothschild because the mum worked in the house of Rothschild as a maid. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden got pregnant. Yeah. Mad thing. Hello. All right. Yeah, nines, man. Oh, man, I wish we could talk longer. I gotta go. Got works to do. You know what I mean? If you're on a later or tomorrow or something, I'll be around. Get me? But big up everyone. Man.
Yeah, man, Snipes. Listen,
Yeah.
look out, man, cause you know, say your name is gonna be in my show a couple more times. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah,
We
so
don't mind. We
content.
don't
When
mind.
I see you, I'm gonna hug you same way.
I know.
But yeah, you know, I have a couple reply for you. Hey.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. All right,
But
then have a good day. I hope you and the
All
family are well. And
yes,
yeah, man,
man.
big up
Thank
your
you.
daughters. Apparently, I think I
Yeah.
heard you say something about one of them's finished uni now, yeah?
Yeah, man. Uni working, all sorts. You know what I mean? We give thanks and praise.
Excellent.
You
Well,
know, the
big
other ones in
up, big
college.
up. And I just
You know what I
wanted
mean?
to add, isn't it, how times
Yeah.
can change, innit? Because I remember when we were down Speaker's Corner, you was in the posse that was saying that education and academics is bollocks and it's all about street education. But
Not me.
we'll talk
No,
again.
not me.
Oh,
No.
you weren't.
Education is key. I'm Nigerian. Education is key. That's crazy.
All right. So you
It's
weren't.
it's
There
my
was
main
Scholar
contract.
Gang versus.
Yeah, Scholar Gang is about knowledge, isn't it? It's about
Yeah,
having
but
knowledge.
there was like the academic ones and there was the road ones. But anyway, we won't.
Yeah, no, we were road men who were academic. That's all. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why we said Scholar Gang.
Who
Do you get me?
weren't
'Cause we're
rating the
scholars.
mandem that went uni. But anyway, we won't even go into that.
No, we love it. We love it. I mean, a lot of our panelists, younger panelists between the ages of 22 and 24, there's a couple of them last year, including my daughter, who passed their degrees. So we're quite proud over on the Trill side, you know what I mean? To say, you know, we've got 4 or 5 youngsters who've successfully graduated university to show that, you know, even on here we've got progression. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely, man. That's why I'm saying times changing it, because like I'm saying, me know what me here. But I hear you, Max, and like I'm saying, big up to your daughter, and I'm sure she made you very proud.
Most proud.
Going to university and graduating in this mad system. Okay.
And big up your young prince as well, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. I tell him, I'm going still enough. Man.
Is he still a baller? No. Is he still a baller? No, he's got the talent, man.
Nah, he's more creative, you know. He's like plays the guitar, performing art. He's one of them ones, man.
We love that.
Yeah, he's not mandem, you get me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, he's not mandem one.
Yeah.
But he's gonna make a wonderful husband one day, trust me.
Come on,
wonderful.
Come on.
Yeah, and me a looking wife as we speak.
Yeah,
man. Laugh.
No, it's true though. It's true. I got you. You
I'm
know what I'm
into
saying?
arranged marriages and knowing the family and knowing the pair. I'm into that shit. You understand?
Yeah. I think it works. It definitely works.
Bring the blood kids. Well, come give me star.
Yeah. You know.
And you see, and all that love and all that, bollocks, man.
Yeah. Come on.
No, man, we want to see the family one where I go out, where you have. Where you have.
Right. And we definitely need to do. We definitely need to do more functions to bring ourselves together with our kids and that. So, you know what I mean? They're not strangers. You're not walking past them in the street and they're not walking past you in the street. You get what I'm saying?
No, 100%, man. 100%, man. 100%. And these are little things that maybe the man them with the ladies can try to put, because at the end of the day, the money did there. We know, so that you get me, it can be done. It's not even hard.
You're right.
But at the same time, we have to learn to behave still, Snaps, because you know, so we used to do these things, and then it used to become the running man when we used to go to these events, bros. You get me?
Yeah. No, it's true.
You know, them all dayers, and then it just started to get silly, bros.
Yeah.
I stopped going, so I'm like, this is foolishness, man. Bare 100 meters. bare 100-meter dashes.
I got both the girls at home today. Both of them sick. You know what I mean?
Oh, so Daddy Macoom. Yeah, I gonna make them
on,
some chicken soup or something.
Something in it.
All right.
Hot pepper soup. Pepper soup.
Yeah,
you know
man.
But
yeah,
my daughter don't eat fish, so I'm gonna have to try something else. You get me? But yeah, the Scotch bonnet's gotta come out, man. Get rid of that.
That's the one. That's the one.
Mm.
All right, Daddy Maku, when go and do your thing. You get me?
Right.
Appreciate you passing food, but like I said, you know
yes.
you're on the dirt pan. You don't know it.
Yeah, man. Anytime, you know.
I know you love it, Buffs. I know you, man, love when I roast you. It's a mad thing. It's slightly perverse, but I'll leave it there, Bob.
I like it. I definitely on the arguments and on the discussion and on the points, I would never argue that you can't argue with me. You get what I'm saying? I would never be that person. Yeah. But in life, nah. It's different. It's a lot different. But yeah, we can definitely argue and disagree on certain things.
All right, Maku. All right, Maku.
All right, big up, sis. Anyway,
all right, Max. All right. Bye-bye. The ego has left the building. Big up yourself. Have a good day. And big up your daughter then, man. Love. All right, one. Yes. All right, family. So, let me just hold on a second. Oh, man. Pepper soup. Actually, I've been thinking about having some soup, actually, because, you know, the weather's switching a little bit. And I never used to like soup as you know, when soup's forced upon you, like anything forced upon you, you just don't like it. You know what I mean? So those of you that know about the Saturday soup regime, no star. So basically, I never used to like soup in it because it was forced upon.
You talk about
but now I do love soup still. You know what I mean? I do love soup still. Why is it doing that? Hold on a second, man. Shut. Why is it doing that? 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 Are there any digital people listening, man? Email me, man. I want a little intro or something. I'm sorry.
You talk about African.
Stop, because I don't know how to make this bigger. Is that it there? Is it that one? Oh, it's not even that one. Is it that one? Oh no.
American men. And
what have I done? Hold on a second, fam. I'm just trying to line up a video with not much success. And I'm gonna go because I'm hungry, you know. And I've got something. I've actually got things to do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna fuck myself up still. I'm gonna try one more time because I don't know why. Why can't I do it, man? Sure. I don't think it's gonna work, man.
You talk about African American men and how this movie speaks to them. Pain is passed down from father to son and son to son. A lot of pain in Troy's life is a result of the pain and the damage from his father that he then visits on his son. We have to, as black men, be mindful of that. Sometimes it's unfair, and sometimes we take it out on those we love. And I'm guilty of that frustration that we all have. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man. You talk about African American men and how this movie speaks to them. Pain is passed down from father to son and son to son. A lot of pain in Troy's life is a result of the pain and the damage from his father that he then visits on his son. We have to, as black men, be mindful of that. Sometimes it's unfair, and sometimes we take it out on those we love. And I'm guilty of that frustration that we all have. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So be a man.
Yep. Love that speech there by the great Denzel. Devlin Rife. Much years, but big up Denzel all day, every day. So yeah, my family, listen, I'm getting off, man. Sorry, I haven't even been reading the chats today and doing my normal highlights and that, but big up everyone that passed through still. But I was just a little bit honed in on what I was speaking about still. But I see Louise in the building. I see Stu Brunts in the building. I'm telling you, Louise, man, and good looking too. I see G Chili's come through. Big up yourself. Big up, bust through the boundaries and that. God of Jacob, big up yourself. Big up yourself. EIE, Martelina. Boy, I'm not telling you, you're rogue. Gurdeep. Definitely my special guest today, Chevelle, came with that knowledge and some jewels. Give thanks, sis. There's a few things there that I'm definitely wanting to expound upon, especially when it comes to the ladies still. For a while I've been saying I'm gonna have some like ladies panels and that. So yeah, big up yourself still, man. And then everyone else. But yeah, man, I'm gonna try and go and do a couple things. Still got work to do, you know how it goes. But yeah, it's been an interesting one, and we're definitely gonna come back to this. There'll probably be a part 1, 2, and because Feminist 9 is in the building. Yeah, and like I'm saying, we want to sit or hear what the mandem have to say or do. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because we can't be in the kitchen, in the bedroom, and on the front line. So you got to make up your mind. Yeah, you got to make up your mind. But let me see this. Right, then my top box soup. Yeah, I'm telling you. Even lentils. I never used to like, but I don't mind lentils now still. So yeah, man, your thing changes. But listen, big up yourselves, family. Yeah, you don't know you've been listening to myself. 9E for 99. Make sure you smack that like button, share it, all that good stuff. Get me a full-time smiley till the smiley about me still, you know. But nah, man. Don't worry, you keep me a secret. Me no mind. But yeah, man, let's see if we can keep ourselves and our families and our loved ones safe and secure out there. Let's see if that we can all get home. That's what I'm saying to you, to our respective houses, and hopefully we can all awaken tomorrow to see another day. Yeah. So give thanks and praises. Bless up yourselves. Have a good one. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because you never know when I might just pop up. It could be even little later. You done know. All right, pick up yourselves, family. We're on, what are we on? 12:18. You get me? 18, that's 2 times 9. That's a beautiful time to leave. Yes, EIE, big up yourself. You're bad in yours, you know, and you're uncontrollable, but yeah, we need man like you in the army still. All right. Take care. One love, family. 9 and out.